all fraud. It's all fraud.
All
It's
fake.
all fraud.
This guy puts on a whole fake persona as this life coach, this elevated leader, this so-called guru, self-proclaimed guru. But
Hey, real quick, I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. Hold on. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. Royce is still live with Cali, the guy who said Kevin Wesley offered him some fruit. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull up the live and we're just going to let it play. And then I'll rewind it back after they're done. So here we go, y'all.
Yes, we had our own personal issue. But brother, you took from the people, bro. I stand up for the people, bro. You are out here scamming the people. You out here shaking the cup. You're so bad to the point that people are making videos about you. You, Kevin Wesley, you are the creator behind that fake cheesecake factory skit. And people were calling you out because you're making these skits to disrespect black women. You're doing this to people. And people are calling you out about this.
He was not the originator of that skit. Like, he did that skit afterwards. It was like a copycat skit. That was not his skit.
So, okay, hold on, Lewis. All right, so I didn't even know that. He told us he was the creator of it, right?
No, that skit came out and got popular. It got real popular. And it was trending, and then it was a lot of copycats doing the exact same. He did it probably weeks, months after it came out. Like,
now
I don't know how long.
Check this out. He also took on his page, on his YouTube channel. You can go find the skit where he's reenacting about the stepfather and the marriage. The daughter wanted to. It's something about a stepfather and a marriage or something. That's not his skit either. So he's out here stealing people's content. He got the guy who originally made that story up was on Facebook. He got demonetized on Facebook for stealing that man's skits. And then the guy came out and told, this is my skit. You taking my content. This dude still took that skit over to YouTube. It's on his channel right now as we speak. That's how disrespectful this Kevin Wesley dude is. That's how disrespectful. You're taking another content creator's work and claiming it as your own to go viral with. You're sick. You're a whole snake, dude. But I appreciate you, Lewis. Like, I've never spoken to Royce or Lewis. Never.
So we're basically dealing with two devils that lie and are giving the world worse than hell.
And that's why Superman and Kevin Wesley get along so well. Because somewhere in there, Kevin Wesley's hands are dirty too. I don't care what nobody say. These people don't allow you to be around them, and your hands not dirty. You gotta get your hands dirty too to be around these people, be in these little circles, or they're not gonna. And I felt like too, that was another reason I kept coming around to that house. And they didn't know what they could do and what they couldn't do around me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if I can really be myself, because I'm gonna keep it real. I never seen Superman do nothing suspect in my presence. In my presence.
Me either.
I never.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of models, a lot of fine women in that house. And I met a lot of fine women in that house. Like, whatever he does, that's on him. But I'm telling you what I seen in that house, bro. It was fine women all throughout that house that whole year.
But he was engaged.
What's that?
He was engaged.
All right. Well, then I didn't see anything.
Superman is Dwight Howard, by the way, you guys. Superman is Dwight Howard.
Listen, man, and I'm going to say the same thing I said on my live. If anything should happen to myself, Royce, Lewis, Tiffany, anybody coming out and speak, y'all know where to start y'all investigations at. Because these are powerful people. Like, this guy's powerful with money. His boyfriend, like, I don't know what him and K. Diddy Kitty's little relationship is now. But I'm telling y'all, K. Diddy Kitty is he's a dirty dude, man. He's a dirty dude. When a person will sell their soul and they don't even have a loyalty to themselves. They're not even loyal to them. That's a dangerous person. And that's Kevin Wesley.
Loyal to money and loyal to fame. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned there that year was you don't you know people would do anything for money, but you don't realize the extent that people wake up and every action that they make throughout the day is literally with the intent to either get closer to someone in power or to get money from somebody in power. Like I saw it day in and day out, and I was shocked because I don't care about money that much. And if I do, it's just to survive. It's just, to live good. But most of my actions throughout the day are not with a clear intent on just money. So when you see people like that, and I was around people like that day in and day out, it wasn't just him. It was a lot of people that came through there that was trying to get in that inner circle. Like that's the main thing, is to get in that inner circle. Because if you're in the inner circle, now you can, whisper in their ear, and you can try and get some benefits in some type of way. And so that's what all that was about. Him being in the room all the time, being close. Is that if you close, then you have some input, and that's how you're able to talk about people and whisper things in their ear and get them to start thinking about this and things that's not even true. So that happened a lot there. He was good at that. And I'm telling you, this was my
pause. Let's give another correction, because now they're trying to say, "Oh, Cali, you're admitting that nothing LGBTQ-ish was happening. You're just admitting that you didn't see anything. You definitely have always said you didn't see anything, but you heard."
Wait a second. So what I'm saying is, before that night, me coming over there multiple times, I've been over there with my family. I've never seen him do anything rainbowish. Never. But that night, yes, I still didn't see him that night. I heard him that night.
I just wanted to clarify, because people like to make a
play. Oh, thank you, Yvette. I didn't know he was in my chat yesterday.
Before people take something and try and run with it.
So I'm saying the multiple times I have been over there with my family, because I was always there with my family, never over there by myself. I've never seen him do anything out the way, rainbowish.
Right.
But that night, I still didn't see him do anything, but I heard him in the next room.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was saying. Yeah, they looking for anything. They looking for anything. Like it is what it is. I mean, it's to be expected. It's good, evil. We live in a world of good, evil. We live in a world of who cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining, man. So
right.
I mean,
y'all, I talked about the pastor in another live. I also talked about it in my parts. So I'm not going to talk about that.
They've asked multiple times to redirect, but I don't know what they want to redirect you towards. I don't know what they want you to speak on.
What else are they trying to ask? What are they talking about?
Might be specific with the redirect. Maybe, I don't know.
Who is Cali? What's his relationship to all this? That mean that you just got here? I mean, do you want to say what your part in this is in a nutshell?
So,
because I think like at this point it's about time to get off anyway. But
yeah, I'm cool. We were Superman and I had a mutual friend in this guy named Kevin Wesley. And I came to a party and felt tried at a party, and I'm a mutual friend, to one of Superman's friends.
And this is a guy who I was talking about when I was walking my dog. I heard cursing out Kevin, and which is the guru that I talk about, and how he was threatening to shoot him and come and shoot up the whole house. Yeah. Lewis is who I was calling the groundskeeper, and he was around that day because he saw the lies and also everything that was going on. When I was running around picking up paraphernalia and I was saying I was with the groundskeeper, I was with Lewis. Yeah. So we're talking about filling up the holes from that night. And while I was even asleep, to when I even went back into my room, up until when I'm walking my dog, all those holes have been filled. I highly, highly suggest that you go to Cali's YouTube page and look at his past live, because he really goes through that entire time frame, piece by piece. I don't know how y'all be on live for autumn hours. That's crazy.
And
But
man, you get
I
to
mean,
talking, man.
I know, I get it, but he really goes into detail about what was happening. And even when he saw me, we kind of just addressed that now, and me not realizing that was him until like further on. It really just fills up the holes of what I was seeing from my perspective, and then what was actually going on, and then the rest of what went on that night, and even the police coming across the front of the gate, and Lewis seeing them, and he wouldn't let them in the gate. So yeah,
Lewis,
Which is,
They
that's
said,
strange. Bro, that's something strange. Like, if a police comes to your house, they coming in. But one thing I realized, like, when you have money like that, like, they'll come to the gate, 3 or 4 of them, sit there, tell you to open up. If you don't open up, they just gonna turn around and leave. They just turn around and left.
Yep.
They're like, well, they won't. And that happened on multiple occasions. Like, police were called, we did not open the gate, and they just turn around and left. It happened multiple times.
Lewis, they said, Kevin wants you to call him.
What?
They're in my chat saying that Kevin, they said Kevin, Lacey is on live telling Lewis that Kevin to call Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've definitely been wanting to speak to him for a long time, because I got a lot to say to him.
Well, check this out. I'm about to jump off, right? And I'm gonna talk to my people over here on my YouTube, because we've been at this. Y'all are welcome to come over there if y'all like. But they over here asking me questions and stuff, and I ain't really had a chance to talk to them. But I appreciate you, Royce. Man, Lewis, I really appreciate you, because you filled in some. My chat was over here like, oh, so he wasn't the assistant, huh? Yeah, so I appreciate you, Lewis, man, because you definitely just filled in some holes. He told us he was the assistant around that boy. You know, you're saying the same thing his girlfriend at that time said, that he was just there. He was, but so you're basically showing that this guy had a lot of power in that house, should not have a job at that house. So what were you doing to get that much power over this guy's family?
He didn't have power, as far as he didn't have power in the house. What he had was Dwight's, or Superman's ear. He had his ear, right? So that's a personal thing. That had nothing to do with the workings of the property and everything that went on the property, and everything that went on with guests on the property or anything. Like, he didn't have any say so in that, or he had zero power when it came to anything that actually, any decisions that were made on the property. But he had a personal ear as a friend, right? Like, so if they were friends, he may have confided in Kevin, or, listened to him. But as far as like power on the property, he couldn't tell nobody on the property to do anything. Nobody, not a guest.
He just go tattletale on y'all.
Right. So he didn't have a job.
He didn't have a job. Yeah. He did not work. He did not work there.
He didn't have a job, but he could go tattletale. Like, he tattletale on everybody. I got you. Nah, that makes sense.
Oh, I had people that were in the room with him when he was telling on me come back to me and tell me the things that he said about me that were all not true. But I knew from pretty much a couple months after I got there to watch out for him. That's why I said I used to just walk past him like I didn't even know who he was.
But Lewis, I want him. Remember?
Remember? That's a whole nother. I don't know if y'all talked about that before I got on here.
I don't think we really addressed it yet, but maybe a little bit. But yeah.
And you and I had a lot of conversations about that right when it happened. So
yeah.
That'll be another day.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, Lewis. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to jump over here, holler at my people, man. But Royce, we'll talk, man. Thanks a lot, Lewis. I appreciate you, brother. I'm about to jump off, y'all.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye, Lewis. Bye. Bye, everybody.
All right. Put a 1 in the chat. Do I sound good, you guys? I know the P filter, the popper, it broke off, so I don't know if the P's are harsh. Okay. Okay, good. You can hear me. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. I'm using the webcam right now, so hopefully everything looks good, everything sound good. Everything fine? Okay, good. We good. What's up, Unicorn? What's up, Shelves? What's up, Beautiful? What's up, Judy? What's up, Sunshine? Who else we got here? What's up, Yvette? What's up, Patchy? What's up, Prue, aka Utopia? What's up, Marlon? What's up, everybody? Michelle, Clever Girl, Rose. What's up, everybody? Thank you. Yeah. So the live was originally scheduled for 8:30, but I was all like, it's so much going on, and they were going long. Listen, I gotta rewind that about like an hour. I gotta go back an hour into it. So I didn't want to keep y'all waiting. And then I was like, hold on, let me see if I can just share the live. If I knew I could have just shared the live while it was live, I would have just did that, y'all. I apologize for making y'all wait and all this other stuff. Now we got to backtrack. So let me catch you guys up on what was going on. While, of course, y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, right? Make sure you do that first. But Kevin Wesley, the one that has been accused of, being a part of the Mushroom Freak-off, well, he went live on his channel yesterday. He did a 3-hour live and then a 7-hour live. Let me just give you guys a little bit of information on that. I'm not going back and watching that shit. That is way too long. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all probably like, AT2, you're supposed to do all your research and you're supposed to watch all them. Listen, if your live is more than 30 minutes, I'm not watching it. That takes way too much work. I'm sorry. So Kevin Wesley is the quote unquote spiritual guru, right? He's also a poly guy. He's polyamorous and stuff like that. So he believes in that lifestyle. Remember, Dwight Howard wanted Royce to be like the matriarch of the polygamy relationship, right? She was supposed to be like the head wife, but I digress. They didn't end up doing it, but Kevin Wesley is known as Dwight Howard's assistant. But from what Cali was saying and from what Royce was saying, it's a little bit more than that. It's not just this, oh yeah, we're just friends and we look after each other. It seems like it's a little bit more, because why are they both moaning in a room together? Thank you, Crash Out. You like the mic? Why are you guys moaning in a room together? What's that all about? And granted, Dwight Howard, I want to talk about this because let's just go ahead and get to the elephant in the room when it comes to Dwight Howard. It's not about him being gay or bisexual or not. It's more or less these lawsuits or lawsuits and situations where people are saying you are holding them against their will and making them do shit that they don't want to do. It's the crime. It's not the gay stuff, even though a little bit, it kind of is, but it's about the crimes or the alleged allegations against you. Let me not say the crimes, because you haven't been charged and those lawsuits got dropped. It's about the alleged allegations that are going on. But again, Dwight Howard was kind of outed about having this whole shroom party, this weird event before the Diddy stuff had came out. This was back in 2020, you guys. So this was before the Diddy stuff. And then when Roy said the other day, like, oh, why don't you tell him about how you had on a red dress at a Diddy party? It's all like birds of a feather flock together. They're all into some weird shit. And I'm not going to say every celebrity is into some weird stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to feed into the conspiracy theories, but it says a lot how these people all are somehow all connected with each other. And then when somebody goes down or get in trouble, they don't know that person, or we're not as close as you thought we were. We just, hung out at events or these certain parties or events that we would go to, or award shows. It almost kind of pacifies, like, yeah, we didn't really know each other. That's like me telling you guys that I don't really know Couture and you've seen us hang out before. Like, no. Or my godmama Gigi Darling. It's like me saying, oh, I don't really know her, even though there's tons of pictures of us together. Like, I know these people. You know what I mean? So again, but Royce had went live and she had Cali join her, and Cali was the one saying that Kevin Wesley, had the fruit by his junk. It was like, you want some fruit, and like gyrating and rocking his hips back and forth. And so that she wanted Cali on there because basically he had the same sentiment, like some weird shit was going down. We also learned that Dwight and Kevin Wesley was letting them know, like, hey, there will be doctors and people there looking after you, because I guess when you do the mushrooms, like, you start tripping out and stuff like that, and you start hallucinating. Now, I know from doing the edibles, you do have like a slight hallucination, but it's nothing like the whole, listen, I don't do no pills, no mushroom, no nothing. I just do the green stuff. The green stuff, it keeps you on a certain level that I like to be. The other stuff, I don't want to think that I'm always worried like I'm gonna end up in a body of water, and then knowing my ass, I can't swim. So if I end up in a body of water and I think I can quote unquote swim, I'm gonna end up deceased. So that's why I'm always worried about that stuff. And I don't think you should do that with people you don't know. You should be locked in a room somewhere so you don't do any. Listen, I don't mess with that stuff. And I ain't judging nobody who do that stuff. I ain't judging you. Just a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, a little bit. I'm judging you a little bit. But I'm just saying, you gotta be careful when you do all that stuff. So again, Royce had went live where she kind of answered, like, why did she stay? If all this horrible stuff was going on, why did she stay? She was responding to Kevin Wesley's 7 and 3 hour live that he did, because basically he's saying, like, why were you there? None of this stuff happened. You're making this up, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go ahead and play the original video that she made in her response. Here we go. When I can pull it up.
Hey y'all.
Please hit that thumbs up, you guys.
Now, you know, I'm out here trying to mind my business and have a great first. I mean, I've been having an amazing first. I've been very positive. I've had a lot of relief, and I was sent a video of the guru, Mr. Kevin Wesley, and him trying to justify that night in question, which was the drug-filled party night. He's trying to say that I was on mushrooms that day, and that was the day that I said I tried them. No. What I've always said, and what I did not even really address in this story, was I was offered mushrooms within like the first couple of days that I was there for quarantine. It might have even been the first night, but it was within the first few days. And they all took them. I did not. And I have said that to everybody that was at the house, because I didn't know y'all like that. I don't trust y'all. Y'all really think I'm going to do something I've never done with you? No. So no, I did not take them. That was the first day that I was offered mushrooms. I was never offered mushrooms again because one, I was like, nah. And two, that's what y'all were on that day. What you're failing to realize and understand is as you're doing these 6-7 hour lives trying to recount a story, your story, sir, has changed. And trying to replay Cali's videos or the audio from his lives, why not play the whole thing? You sitting here trying to play this man talking about when he asking who walked him to the bathroom that previous night and him saying that it was someone with a hat and a beard. You knew damn well what he was talking about. It was a transgender that was trying to mess with him. Do not sit here and say, oh no, he's talking about somebody with no arms and no legs. He still knew that somebody walked his ass to the bathroom and was trying to fuck him. Like, Kevin. I was trying to spare you, sir. But let's get our stories together, okay? Let's speak truth, or at least get together your lies so it makes people have to think about it. You even bringing people on your live on YouTube, trying to sit here and justify your actions, trying to justify Cali now trying to speak his piece again. Let's put all our videos together by timeline and see what the people think. Y'all tried that man and he was cussing your ass out on the stairs and laughing because he was trying not to fuck you up. Y'all know how people get when they get angry. I know how I get when I get to the point where I'm just probably about to lose it and y'all need to remove me from the situation. I start laughing. I said before, I don't know why I laugh when I'm telling traumatic situations. Coping, I guess. That's how I cope with it. But y'all know damn well when people start that they about to fuck you up. That's how he was laughing. I was walking my dog that day. So you want to sit here and talk about what was going on down the stairs and how he was laughing, and then he's sitting here threatening you and you walking him to the gate? You're really putting a timeline together. Thank you. Please keep that video up. And I want y'all to go over to Kevin Wesley's YouTube. And he's done a live. And it's like 7 hours long, a part 2. And he trying to sit here and ask questions. He also asked why I didn't take my child home after that inappropriate conversation. It's quarantine. It's quarantine. We can't just leave like that. Y'all know this. We cannot just get up and leave. And when I say leave, let me not say leave as in like I couldn't leave the house. Yes, I could leave the house, obviously. But to drive across state lines and be out past curfew and all that stuff, no, we could not just leave. And please remember why I was there. That is a conversation that was had that I said was inappropriate. And yes, I went off. Should I have taken my child back home then? Yeah. Did I? No. Kevin? It's the first. It's the first. Don't be the part of this WTF starting a year and you the W, Mr. Wesley. Like, please don't do it.
Now, why was I doing all that talking and there was no sound? Yo, I was getting into it. Okay, my bad. Okay, so what I was saying, you guys, hold on. So what I was saying, I was trying to let y'all know that Royce did that response into Kevin Wesley's 10-hour live because he went 3 hours, then 7 hours in one day, right? So that was her response. And basically, that's why she was clapping back. And she was all like, you didn't disprove anything, because basically his thing was like, yeah, you're basically just proving like nothing happened. Like, it wasn't me, because then Royce had said it was a transgender person that I still don't know if it was a man or a woman. Whether it was a trans man or a trans woman, we don't know. But Royce had said a transgender person. But Cali later on confirms that no, it was Kevin who walked them in the bathroom. So I don't know how that got confused or anything like that. That's here nor there. But anyway, Kevin then responds back to her, and then this is what he had to say. We're just going to listen to a little bit of this live. We're not going to watch the whole hour because I want to go back to the Royce Reed live with Cali, because that has all the info right there.
I hold my face straight, but I'm just so excited, yo. You don't know how long I've been going at it with them. And I'm really curious. What is Cali going to do with this? What is he gonna do with this? Is he now gonna try to get on her side and tell this new story now? Because this is nuts. Now, Royce, you don't know where you're wrong yet, okay? Unless they done called you. But I'm gonna show you where you're wrong, okay? You don't understand. This man done put me through hell the last few years over complete lies, okay? Cali's issue wasn't with nobody coming on to him, okay? He's always said, nobody tried me like that. Nobody came on to me. We're good. His problem is that he thought I offered him fruit with my hip shaking. That's what he thought, okay? That was his problem.
Now, I'm going to say this. Now, do I believe that his hips were shaking while he offered him the fruit? Yes, I do. Because if you remember Royce, what she said the other day, she was all like, there are people in the snake room dancing all off beat. And, when you go through hallucinations and stuff like that, they're just literally, well, when your body goes through those kind of things, you feel like light. You don't really conscious of the way you move in. So I can picture him doing that. Not that he was trying to do it on purpose to entice him, but because he was hearing music in his head. Now, like I said, I've never done the rooms, but I have done edibles, and edibles do have you feeling, you kind of feel like you're hearing music and it's like a beat in your head. I can't describe it. Only people who have done them can actually know what I'm talking about, but you hear like music in your head. It's not the same as puffing it. It's not the same way as it is digesting it in your system. It's totally different. But again, I haven't hallucinated like it. That was only a few times that's ever happened to me, by the way. I just want to clarify, because I don't want y'all to think like I'm like an addict or something.
That's it. That's all. All right. So, Cali, did the man that walked into the bathroom try to come on to you? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Yes, Demetria floating.
I'm gonna try to stop smiling and take this moment seriously, but because it is a serious moment. But I'm just so relieved to have this thing finally done and over with. I'm not about to go back and forth with Royce. This is kind of where I was with Brianna. They're gonna say, Kevin, don't try to lay off now because she told you she had something for you. Yeah, you can keep all that with you, Royce. Don't throw no more accusations on me. You just set me free. Okay, so we don't want no more. All right. I'm out the game now. I'm out the game. This is all I wanted. Okay. Everybody's been waiting for you to talk about this night. And I just appreciate you saying some things that it really clears up a lot. Okay. Mr. Steele, your girl, your ex, your future ex, and your dog. Damn. Don't throw that on me either, bro. I'm already going through it. Put a 1 if you saw her response. If you saw what Royce had to say to me, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw what Royce had to say. We're going to show it. We're going to show it too. So you haven't seen it. Okay. If you haven't seen it, Royce Reed finally responded to me. Okay. She offered some very new.
Question for you guys. Question. Hold on. Let's just go ahead and put it out there. Do you think that him and Dwight Howard might have fondled each other, as we should say? Do we think they might have got down, whether it was just them two or a special guest or mini guest in the room? Do we believe that Kevin Wesley and Dwight Howard have got down? Yes or no? Just put yes or no. We ain't even going to do 1 and 2. We're just going to say yes or no.
Insight. Now, this ain't a Bible study, Jay Hodge. She offered some very new insight. Angie, you didn't see it. You went for a real treat, Angie. Okay? We're going to let Royce talk, okay? And I want you guys to tell me if her story is consistent with Cali's, okay?
Not look at him, Tay.
Now, Royce, this isn't me coming at you. I'm going to let the people who's familiar with this story. Why am I squinting? Am I squinting? Maybe because I'm reading. I'm looking down kind of too at the phone. All right, so I'm going to let the people, Royce, tell you if what you said lines up with his story, okay? Because you thought I cut something off. I promise you I've never cut anything off. I've dealt with this thing straight up, straight down the middle, I promise you. All right, so let's go.
Okay, so real quick, because y'all probably are like, AT2, we already seen our video. He gives his commentary on it too. Don't worry. Let me kind of skip forward a little bit.
The first couple of days that I was there for quarantine. It might have even been the first night, but...
Okay, here we go.
You know Cali's story. Who walked Cali to the bathroom?
And Cali is the guy who claims that Kevin Wesley was gyrating with the fruit. That's who Cali is, just to remind y'all.
Do you know the story, guys? Who remembers the story? I want to know. I thought it was you. Oh, okay. Who walked him to the bathroom? Bennett said, I'm listening. I walked him to the bathroom. Oh, okay. Don't Cali say he said, take me to the bathroom, nickel? Don't Cali say he said that to me? And I got up like, yo, bro, you need to relax.
Yo, I'm sorry, but that's why I was muting my mic, because I'll be cracking up. Like, I know we're just supposed to be here listening to the story, but some of the stuff that people be saying, it be hilarious, y'all. It's hilarious. Oh, I see y'all talking about his titties. Listen, he had the white shirt. Listen, he wanted y'all to see him. That's why I don't be wearing white, because mine would show. Let's go. Let's go ahead and go back to the video. But a lot of y'all say you believe that him and Kevin got down with the get down. To be around Dwight Howard, and especially for those kind of parties, because mind you, Royce had never been around for those kind of things. And also Cali, who's making the accusations, have never been around Kevin around these parties. He's been to the compound where Dwight Howard works. I mean, where he lives, excuse me. But he had never been there doing the shrooms and all that.
I take him to the bathroom like, bro, go ahead, bro. And then Cali comes back out. He goes, who was that walked me to the bathroom? And I go, bruh, it's me. What's the problem? He goes, I couldn't see your eyes and your beard, your face. It's never been anything in the air where Cali's wondering actually who took him to the bathroom. He's aware it was me, but it wasn't me. It was kind of like a weird thing, right? Yeah, she timed my lives, and yeah, that's what Cali wanted to paint. It was some Diddy party stuff, but it was just a shroom ceremony. That was okay, Jamie. You good? They ain't about to bother me. Not today. This is a good day. This is Happy New Year. This brother got his life back.
Let me rewind it. Not the spin.
And I take him.
Did y'all see the little spin that he did? Hold on, we gonna replay that back. Here we go.
To the bathroom, like, bro, go ahead, bro. And then Cali comes back out. He goes, "Who was that walked me to the bathroom?" And I go, "Bro, it's me. What's the problem?" He goes, "I couldn't see your eyes and your beard, your face." It's never been anything in the air where Cali's wondering actually who took him to the bathroom. He's aware it was me, but it wasn't me. It was kind of like a weird thing, right? Yeah, she timed my lives, and yeah, that's what Cali wanted to paint. It was some Diddy party stuff, but it was just a shroom ceremony. That was okay, Jamie. You good? They ain't about to bother me. Not today. This is a good day.
There we go. A mushroom ceremony. I don't know what a mushroom. I don't think you call it a ceremony. I think you just do them. Like, what is all of that about? And I think this speaks to a lot where with a lot of these spiritual people, they just be naming shit. It don't even be making no sense. They just be calling anything a ritual or some kind of spiritual something. Yo, those spiritual people be charging y'all up the wazoo, talking about they can free your mind and open you up to a new plateau or a new third dimension. I need to become a spiritual guru. Damn. No. It's not the however you say that. The ashwagandha. It's not the ashwagandha. I know it ain't ashwagandha. I just can't say the real word. But it's not the ashwagandha. This was actual shrooms.
This is Happy New Year. This brother got his life back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the spin.
Listen, they ain't about to bother me. Not today. This is a good day. This is Happy New Year. This brother got his life back.
He corny.
I think we know now.
Cornball.
that something ain't right here. All right. So let's continue, guys. Let's go ahead and continue here.
Oh my God.
And oh no, he's talking that I've never. But he asked him who walked him to the bathroom that previous night, and him saying that it was someone with a hat and a beard.
That's what I said. Ashwagandha.
He was talking about it was a transgender that was trying to mess with him. Do not sit there and say, "Oh no, he's talking about somebody with no arms and no legs." He still knew that somebody walked his ass to the bathroom and was trying to fuck him.
Wow.
Kevin.
Royce, Cali's never said this before. Cali's never once said that somebody tried to F him. Cali says I offered him fruit with my hips shaking, which is some extremely high shit, okay? But he hasn't said nobody tried him. He's always said, now listen, y'all, nobody tried me directly. Nobody touched me. Nobody came on to me. It wasn't like that. I simply feel that Kevin offered me fruit with his hips shaking while niggas is moaning in the other room on some fruity shit. Get that fruit out my face, right?
So basically what he's playing is semantics. When we seen the video of Cali talking about his experience at the place, right? He basically alluded to, yeah, y'all was trying to, y'all were trying me. Y'all was trying to see if I was about that and if I was willing to do that. Now he's saying he didn't necessarily say, oh yeah, I touched him that's playing semantics. Obviously, y'all were moaning what were you moaning from? I have a question. Does shrooms make you moan? Does that make you moan? Because that makes me question, like, okay, so why else would they just be moan? Like, something is going on. Now they said there was 2 females there and then 4 other guys. And they said that they heard a little moaning from the women, but then mostly men moaning. So yeah, y'all put 2 and 2 together and figure out, what's going on. Here we go.
Royce, did you see the Illuminati there? That's what Cali's asserting. Did you hear about how we were going to sacrifice him?
There we go.
Gang assault him. You know what I'm trying to say? Just so we can hang out with him more. Are you aware of any plot that everybody on the house had to harm Cali for some type of Illuminati shit? Do you believe I'm in the Illuminati? These are things that Cali has been saying.
Thank you, Sunshine.
Close attention. So you really have to pay attention to this guy. He's a weird one, not somebody you really want to team up with.
Right,
Did you know
Smooth.
that this guy got shot because someone believed he was touching his girlfriend's daughter, and his girlfriend's daughter is the one that said it? Did you know that? Did you know he beat a woman to a pulp? A pulp after he picked on her for being heavy, and she started hitting him. He said she choked him, and then he beat her to a pulp to the point to where her face was unrecognizable. And he justified by saying she was a big girl and she could fight.
Now on that live, Cali doesn't talk about that. He doesn't mention that. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. Cali never actually gave, I don't know if Cali has even seen this. This was like 3 hours ago, but he's claiming that Cali did all these things. Now, I'm not saying that's okay. I'm definitely not saying it excuses anything. If this is true, Cali is, well, hell, worse, but I almost feel like Kevin is throwing this out there to try to distract everybody from him and his freaky endeavors. But hey, that's just my opinion, right?
This is the guy you teaming up with. You don't know anything about this guy. You need to do your research. Actually, you talked about me doing videos, right?
No, he was on the live. No, he's not in jail.
This himself. Someone thought that he was molesting his girlfriend's daughter and came and shot him. It was his girlfriend's son who shot him. This really happened. He don't tell this story every day. Do you understand?
Right, Yvette.
And then his girlfriend's daughter is the one who said he did it. This is the guy that you're teaming up with. He's a blatant liar. Did you know he said I touched a little girl at Dwight's house? He said a little 14-year-old girl. There was no 14-year-old girl ever around me. But this is what he says. You really have to pay attention to this guy. He's not someone you want to be validating. Trust me. So you're very wrong in this now. He's never said anybody walked into the bathroom and came on to him. He's well aware it was me. And I know he's like, damn, Royce, what the fuck? You've done enough, okay? More could be done. Don't spin out. Let's continue.
Kevin. I was trying to spare you, sir. But let's get our stories together, okay? Let's speak truth. Or at least get together your lies so it makes people have to think about it. You even bringing people on your live on YouTube.
She's talking about you, D-Ham. Shout out to D-Ham.
Justify your actions.
Shout out to D-Ham and Chatty.
Justify Cali now trying to...
Shout out to D-Ham and Chatty. They came on my live today, helped out. Shout out to people like Angie, who's helped out and supported me and looked out for me. Shout out to people like Chatty Cathy's also done this before. I got to give a shout out to Ashley D. Obviously, she did look out for the cookout because she can see the lives as well. So just want to give a shout out to Lou Pop.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Past curfew and all that stuff. No, we could not just leave. And please remember why I was there. That is a conversation that was had that I said was inappropriate. And yes, I went off. Should I have taken my child back home then? Yeah. Did I?
Okay. How's she gonna go through all that, right? How you gonna go through all of that, right? Okay, curfews, COVID, driving all the way through this and all the state lines. and then come back to, okay, should I have left? Yeah. Okay, then well, damn. This don't have to be an argument. You're eventually going to see my point. So, I mean, I don't really have to argue with you. You'll eventually see my point. You always have. You always have. I ain't really had to keep going over and over shit with you.
Now, Kevin.
Okay, Royce.
It's the first.
That's true.
It's the first.
It is.
Don't be
Yes,
the
son,
part
a
of
sneaky
this
link.
WTF
Well, not
starting the year.
sneaky.
You the W, Mr. Wesley. Wait, please don't do it. I'm not the one. I'm trying to spare you.
It does look like Tory Lane's dad.
Now, hang on. Now, time out. Now, that's where you piss me off. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Well, I guess whatever you're talking about, I'm sure I don't want no part of it. But I don't know what you're talking about, all right? Let me tell you something, Royce. You better not come out here lying. I done had enough of that shit. I done had enough of that shit. Now you got some bread. I think you got a little bread. I'm not gonna fight with you online, Royce. Now listen, because like this is the thing with people, yo. How many times have I asked people, "You good? I'm good now." And they're not gonna stop. When I get under people's skin, they not gonna stop. And I got a problem with a big one now. I got a problem with a big fish now. Royce.
So also, it seems like he's trying to sue. Like that's what he's alluding to. He gonna sue her. Now, I have a feeling if he go with a lawsuit, we're gonna find out more in court. And then that's gonna open up a lot of stuff that's been going down at that compound that Dwight Howard live at. Because Royce, and they're going to say this again in that live. I'm just waiting for the live to load from Royce, right? She's going to talk about how there was a familiar face, but they do not say the name of the familiar face, but they say a familiar face. In the live that we're going to look at with Cali and Royce, he actually says there was two other bald dudes. One light skin with tattoos and a dark bald head guy. Now, I don't know if these are other basketball players or who they are, but Royce alluded to it's a familiar face. So y'all can go ahead and guess who y'all think was at the shroom ceremony, as they like to call it, aka the mushroom freak-off. Here we go.
You better not use your platform. You better not weaponize your platform against me. Do you hear me, Royce? Keep it about you and Dwight. All right? I'm gonna mind my business. But you better not come out here and tell no damn lies on me. I don't know what you're talking about. And we're not gonna do that now. I mean, damn. I'm nervous. What this shit? What the hell is she gonna say? What she been holding on to? Let's go. I'm gonna let her finish up.
So just shut the fuck up and enjoy the rest of your new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Bye.
Say goodbye to Royce, y'all.
Not say goodbye to Royce.
Good afternoon, Royce. I'll see you later, Royce. Listen, Royce. Listen. All I wanted was for Cali to come up off them lies. It's not about you. I know I had to poke you a little bit. You've done enough. Your job is done. You set me straight. You've now corrected us on the event, okay? A transgender walked Cali to the bathroom and came on to him, and the motherfucker blamed it on me. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that because, Cali, you never told me that, bro. I'm taking Royce's word over yours. Some transgender walked you to you said you asked me to walk you to the bathroom. And I remember walking you, but you said you went twice, though. So maybe one of those times a transgender with a hat and a beard walked you to the bathroom. And you've been asked, did you see any transgenders there? And your black ass said no.
So here's what Kevin is trying to do. he's trying to basically say, oh, well, Royce said it wasn't even me. She said it was a transgender that walked you to the bathroom. So it wasn't even me. You've been saying it was a guy with a beard and a hat, but that wasn't me. She's saying it's a transgender. So he's trying to play semantics and try to confuse the situation. So it can be all like, oh, well, I was never there. See, it wasn't me with the fruit, gyrating in front of you. That wasn't me. It's dumb. Because Cali has never changed his story. Now, Royce might have added a little bit more on there, but Cali has never changed his story, which you guys will see later. Thank you, Jay. A lot of y'all like the microphone. I broke the P filter, so I'm sorry if the P's are too harsh. Hopefully, they're not too bad. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's get back into it. Hold on, did I just... Okay, no, we good.
Now, if it was a transgender and a hat and a beard, is that a girl? If it's a transgender and a hat and a beard, is that a trans girl or trans man?
All right, you're not that funny. Okay, let me skip this part.
Help me out here, guys. Person in a hat and beard walks you. What you think he's gonna do? Do you think he's gonna say, yeah, nigga, a transgender did? Because he already said there was no transgenders. He already said nobody walked him to the back. I mean, he already said nobody came on to him. He already said nobody actually tried him. He already said that he asked me to take him to the bathroom. Okay. So what do you think he'll do? Because he gotta give up a lot to ride this wave that she just gave him. Now she gave him a bone, but you're gonna have to give up all them other bones to take this one. And how are you gonna make it work? I'm curious, bro. I promise you, I'm done with Royce. I ain't got nothing else to say to Royce. Royce, please leave you. If you get back on there and you say something about me, you just want to. You just want to. Okay? You didn't know the whole story. All right? Lupac says, so now Kelly got to explain who the transgender was that tried to follow him, going to the bathroom without calling. He never told this part. All you gotta do is let people keep talking. And that's why I gotta say I appreciate it. And Royce, you forgot to tell them about my So High karaoke performance. I really want you to let them know how I killed that shit. Yo, you was feeling that shit. You was going crazy over that. So let them know about the So High karaoke performance. Don't make me have to actually put it online so people can see it. You see what I'm saying? Don't make me have to actually put it on display so people can actually see it. I think it's better in person. But tell them how I killed that shit, yo. Don't come up with all negatives about me, all right? You told people I was stinking and unkempt and only... Did you write that? Is that true? Did you write that shit to them? Did you... Listen, while you're listening, while I have your attention, did you write a damn text message to them people telling them that I walk around unkempt and don't clean up and the house look like a hoarder's nest and I use charm and being a yes man to turn the white against all of y'all and I got people fired in the house? Did you actually send that or did they make that up?
Now, I think it was Tay, but somebody asked, like, what is his actual job? What does he do for a living? I have no clue what the hell he does for actual living. I know that he's polyamorous. Remember I told you guys he was on that one show that Genesis booked where they had a panel and they was talking about relationship and stuff like that. I don't know what he does. So how do you make your money? On top of that, do you actually have to go out and work, or does Dwight Howard pay for your lifestyle? He claimed to be a life coach. I honestly think that's a title that he just gave himself, and then being attached to Dwight Howard, he expects to, get some clout and stuff like that. But what does he actually do for a living? Not power bottom. Oh my God. Trafficking, probably alleged. Oh Lord. Yeah, we don't know what he does. And so that's why it's almost like more, okay, you and Dwight Howard were probably into doing excuse me, doing some weird shit. Like you were the one supplying the people to come to the parties, and you know what I mean? Like the go-to guy. Because you were his quote unquote assistant, but it seemed like you only assisted with the shrooms and the party atmosphere and all these other people coming in, and like that's what you assisted with. Selling that bus. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are wild. I'm cracking up at the comments.
I'm curious.
Oh, hold on. Please hit that like button too as well. Thank you. Uh-oh.
Anyway, guys, I'm not going to harbor on this any longer. I know how to take a celebration and walk off. I'm not going to like rub it in their faces. But we know that she just threw a whole grenade in Cali's house of cards. House of cards is a very good euphemism because that's very frail. When
Yes, Melanie, that's what I'm saying. Like, was he the Ghislaine Maxwell to Dwight Howard? You know how what Epstein had? I wouldn't be surprised. Since he was the quote unquote assistant.
And can typically knock down a house of cards. So when I say she threw a grenade in it, understand what I'm trying to say. This story is now impossible to be put back together by that low-life Cali. He should probably focus on explaining why he got shot for touching somebody's child, where the girl said he touched her. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. I want to hear about that now. Now that we done trying to call me something, trying to accuse me of something that never happened, why don't you explain what actually happened? Explain that shit. Why did the girl lie on you? I want to hear that. Why would she lie on you and say you touched her, bro? Why? Why would she lie on you and say you touched her, bro? I think that's a good ass question, ain't it? Seriously. So much so her brother believed it and he came in and shot you? That really happened, my guy? Yeah, I want to know about that. Explain that shit now that your shit is done. You a fucking liar. And a little white dog just opened the curtain. And now we know who the motherfucking Wizard of Oz is. And as you can see, he's nobody to fear. It was all a facade. All a lie to ruin somebody's name, to ruin somebody's reputation, something that they worked hard for. If you don't like somebody, you go on about your damn business. Stop trying to ruin their name, man. You wouldn't want nobody to ruin yours. You got shot over a lie, right? So you should probably stop telling them. People blow my mind, yo. I've been dealing with this shit for years. Years.
Now, I take that as a threat, how he said, you know, you got pow pow for lying. I take that as a threat. I would take that to court right there because that sounds like a threat to me.
I want to see how they're going to flip it. I really want to see how they're going to flip this one. Oh, Royce said a transgender walked Cali. Cali going to hop up on a panel. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Royce telling the truth. Yeah. Come on, bro. Royce, just go on ahead. You misunderstood him. We watched that live together that day. We knew Cali was lying. We was all walking around saying, damn, what's his problem? You were terrified about the things he was saying. Really tell the truth about that moment. Cali's a liar who probably came to the house just to clout chase and lie like that. And you're giving this man power. You're giving him weight. You're giving him attention, which is what he wanted to begin with. But he's not a good example. He's not somebody you really even want to attach yourself to. Before you do me a favor, before you make a response to me, just go take a look at his page, okay? I'm sure you've seen it. Just look at all the things that he's asserted about me. Look at how he moves and ask yourself, do you want to be, let me tell you this. Royce, on the day my baby was born, he went live to say, I got a sick baby and it's my fault because karma. is judging me. Now listen,
Ooh,
my
damn.
baby at the time was fighting for his life. The first day he was born. And this dude is online, rubbing it in my face. You got a sick baby. Listen, he's a nurse. He worked with children with disabilities. And he's online telling me I got a sick baby. You know, I wanted to crash out.
By the way, I don't support people talking about people's children. I think that's disrespectful. Even though Kevin Wesley is a freak, like, you know, don't talk about somebody's sick child. That ain't right. But I digress.
This the type of dude that you working with. Seriously. Really think about what you're doing. He ain't got no respect for nobody or nothing. Imagine your child was born. You don't know what's going on with him. And this dude, somebody make a video about you, talking trash to you about your own child.
And mind you, this story is only to pull at our heartstrings. So we'd be like, oh, that Cali dude, oh, that dude, he ain't right. Yeah, he must be lying. But just because he said that, which I admit it is horrible about your child, does not dissolve you from being a freak-off guru master. That doesn't dissolve you from that. I'm sorry.
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, Royce. This dude has terrorized me over fruit ever since that day. About shit that ain't got nothing to do with that damn fruit.
Not the fruit.
You don't know what he's put me through, so please be careful with that. That's crazy. And I'm telling you, you may think that you got something that's going to hurt me in some kind of way. You really do not want my attention on you like that. If you want to just keep on chopping at Dwight, just ask Dwight if you should be doing this. Because I'll take every video you ever did and I'll examine that shit, not even to lie, but I'll make it my personal business. And I don't want to be a part of that shit. I just got finished windmilling for my brother over his separation. I really don't want to be a part of it.
By the way, his brother is La Truth. Y'all know the La Truth. I thought it was LA Truth this whole time, but his brother is the La Truth guy. That's who he is. But what does La Truth do? I never understood why he was famous. Can somebody put that in the chat? But that's his brother. So allegedly La Truth is a scammer, and also Kevin is an alleged scammer too. That's what they're known for, allegedly. And by the way, I don't scam. But my brother, he do. I'm just kidding.
But this concerned you, all right? As you kept saying our names. You know you weren't at some event where it was like that, where it was some type of sexual party. So think about what you say before you saying it. And you know your friend, right? You know the personal trainer guy. He was there, right? You're probably going to need him to confirm that whatever lie you're about to tell is true about that night, right? Cali didn't think about all the people he'd be hurting by telling that lie, and it don't seem like you are either. That's all it is to it. Oh, I'm free already. You good. I don't even have to argue back and forth with Cali anymore. I can appreciate Royce for her contribution. I'm very grateful. I truly am. Okay, but it's over. Okay, we see. You don't know how much Cali has already ruined whatever y'all trying to do. And I don't know why you even mentioning me. I don't even know why this is so personal to you. It makes no sense. And don't come at me like, why am I reviewing it? When you know you said my name on Vlad, and that's why I hate about how y'all don't take accountability, okay? You said my name on Vlad, didn't you? You sent the text message back with Callan, didn't you? You just said my name again, didn't you? So when I say yours, now you got to do a video and do threats now. As a matter of fact, I could probably get you in trouble for what you just did. I think that's extortion. You just threatened me and told me if I don't stop talking, you're going to say something, right? I should probably go try to get you for extortion or something. I'm not. But go your way. I'll go mine. I've said this before, but they don't listen. They never listen.
The thing is, no one's afraid of him. I think if anything, she would be afraid of Dwight Howard. But Kevin himself, she's not afraid of him at all.
They always have to try it. And then I'm called sassy. for going back and forth with women.
He just said it himself.
Again, thanks to all of you guys who supported me in this, man. Royce, hold off and watch these content creators. You asked a question. Hang on. You made a request here. Here's what you said. This ain't really about me and you. Royce, this is not about me and you. It's about me and Cali. And you're asking the people to go back and look at the timeline of everything that has happened between me and Cali, right? I'm going to show you saying this because this is what you asked them to do. And I just want you to come back and watch the videos once they do.
Sit here and say, oh no, he's talking about somebody with timeline. And see,
Here we go.
let's speak truth. Or at least get together your lies so it makes people have to think about it. You even bringing people on your live on YouTube. Trying to sit here and justify your actions. Trying to justify Cali now trying to speak his piece again. Let's put all our videos together by timeline and see what the people think. Y'all tried that man and he...
Now, say no more. Nobody else do nothing. Guys, put together a timeline and let's see what the story is chronologically based on what everybody said and what Royce just said today. Let's see what lines up. It's really clear. Okay? Royce thinks that if Royce thinks you convinced Dwight not to be with her, she wanted the main matriarch. She's mad it didn't happen like that. Notice each time she mentions the other children, it's with bitterness.
I think Kevin wanted to be the matriarch of the polyamory relationship. I think that's really what it is. He wanted to be the one, and he didn't want to be a secret no more. You know, you're my little secret, and that's how we should keep it. And everybody, he didn't want to be a secret no more. He wanted to be out with his love. And so this is why Kevin is so jealous, allegedly, of course. That's my opinion, y'all.
I see a lot of, trust me, and I could break it down, but I'm gonna leave Royce alone. Okay, I'm gonna leave Royce alone. But if you bother me, I'm gonna do Dwight a huge favor. All right, I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing to lose. All right, so it's just gonna be showtime for me.
Okay, we don't heard enough of him, so we're gonna go ahead and get to that live that I was playing earlier. Let me go ahead and stop this one real quick, but we're gonna get to the live with Royce and Cali right now. It finally got to the point where she started talking, so we're gonna pull that up. Here we go. Sound on.
With the new chapter, right? Y'all know I really did try and do that. I promise you I did.
And please hit the like button, by the way. Please hit the like.
People wake up this morning deciding to be on some bullshit. Now, even before I address that, what I do want to address, because it is way more important, I am going to send my prayers to all the victims of the New Orleans attack today. I mean, I had no idea that happened when I was speaking earlier, and I found out while I was speaking, and I touched on it, but prayers. So today I woke up and I saw that Mr. Kevin Wesley was doing lives, and I mean, that's nothing new, but damn, a 7-hour live, that's a damn lot. Because you really trying to remember everything. Well, when he gets to that particular quarantine trip, there's a few lies that he tried to spread, a few lies regarding Cali, who's going to join us live in a little. And Cali,
I agree, Melanie.
I think many of you thought Cali was a female because of why wouldn't that person be? And they're getting tried and followed to bathrooms with men. No, Cali is a whole entire heterosexual man. And if you go back on my story, you'll see where I put a link to his live. It's still up if you want to see it. But yeah, Mr. Wesley decided that he was going to get on a live and try and recount and rewrite history. And unfortunately for him, he fucked up. So Cali was offered, let me say, fruit. And yes, this is real fruit. However, the place in which the fruit is placed is supposed to be your invitation. Cali didn't fall for that invitation. But that is something that he is going to recount later on in this live of what happened with him. And it'll fill in the holes for me when I say I went and I took a nap. I did not take mushrooms that day. I didn't take mushrooms ever with them because I don't know y'all. Did I pretend to that first couple of days when they offered it that one time? I did pretend, and I stayed in that room and I watched them like act like some shit was happening. And there was.
Does anybody know how to fast forward the live on your computer? Like I would have did that, but I can't fast forward on my computer for IG, like went for an uploaded video. I hate that.
But I digress and keep pushing. I'm looking around like, what the fuck did I come into? But hey, again, to each his own. This is just not my thing. I know other people who have done mushrooms and they say that they act a certain way or start feeling a certain way. So I just felt like, oh, this is their vice. Cool. Not my business. Again, everyone was by themselves. I did not take it. I'm just observing. So this particular night, I went and took a nap because I had a headache, a migraine. And anybody who gets migraines know, like, if you don't take your medication or you just get, like, you just let it keep festering, it pretty much knocks you out. Like, you can barely see light. You just need to lay down and take a nap. So I didn't really have to go into too much depth about how bad my migraine was, but I fucking took a nap. It don't really matter why the fuck I took a nap. I took a damn nap, okay? What the fuck? Anyway, we wake up, or I wake up a few hours later, and then that is what happens. Let me see where Cali is. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Hey, Cali. He's coming. Perfect timing. What up, Cali?
What up, sis? What's happening with you?
I'm good. How you
Yeah,
been?
man. So here we are, right?
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And let me just say this to you. While I'm here, man, I appreciate you actually coming out to actually co-sign what I've been saying for years. I've been telling this story for over years, man.
I know. I remember when you first told it.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they banned you.
Yeah. They you know, I mean, they've been trying to make me look crazy. They've been trying to make me look crazy. They done lied on my family. I done got attacked. I done got all kind of lies told on me. You got, they say Kevin Wesley's in your chat right now. This guy
probably is.
This guy's a good liar.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all should definitely get a good look at who this guy is, man. This guy is a complete liar. He's a complete liar, and he's a snake in the grass friend.
Yep.
He's a snake. And this is and this is the guy who claimed to be the assistant.
Yep.
He said he was the assistant to Superman. This was
Yes, this is Cali. Cali is a man.
Kitty. But I can't prove that. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, he's Kitty.
Well, I heard the real Kitty was actually in jail, and that's why the real Kitty did not actually ever come out and say anything, because they were sued or something for exploiting him. But I don't know how true that is, but apparently the real Kitty is in jail, but nobody can find that person. So you might be right.
Miss Kitty is the
I'm just telling you
cross-dresser.
what that new narrative is.
I got you.
They're saying that Kevin is Miss
man.
Kitty.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, we gotta, we've been telling our story forever. I see them trying to discredit you. They trying to discredit me.
Oh, he said I wanted him.
He says everybody wants him.
I know.
He said my girl wanted him. He told me, and this is what I mean about a snake friend, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about, a snake friend. I remember the time he called me. He called me and said you came on to him. He called my phone and was like, yeah, man, Royce just came on to me, man. I don't know what I should do. I don't know what I should do. I said, what do you mean you don't know what you should do?
Tell your friend.
Tell your friend. Like, what are you talking? Like, what are you talking about? So his baby mama came on to you and you ain't gonna tell your homeboy? I said, yo. So he said, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if I tell D, I don't know if he's gonna get mad at me. Why would he get mad at you for his baby mama coming on to you? But then, you know, that let me know, like, bro, you moving foul, bro. Like, that didn't make sense to me. But then when me and him got into it also, right? I'm just showing you the character of this dude right here. He also said my woman tried to hit on him. Why you ain't tell me? We were friends.
Yes, because Mr. Filters, oh man, you are just so
Royce,
temptation.
They're talking about Kevin, Mr. Filters.
He puts filters on his, he photoshops his pictures. This guy changes his eye color. I mean, he does a lot. He does a lot, right?
Yo, look at this picture, y'all.
From Cleveland, Ohio, bro. You're not her type. You wouldn't be her type. You're not man enough. You're not strong enough. You wouldn't be her type. And I know this for a fact. You're too weak. But it just amazes me. Everybody always seems to want this guy.
Yeah.
He thinks he's God's gift to the world. And I saw somebody in the comments a minute ago. Said that was a zesty party you was at, right? Yeah, well, it seems like that's what it was trying to turn out to be.
Yep.
That was the plan. That's what it was turning out to try to be. Yeah, right plan, wrong man.
Yeah.
Big time.
And I remember, and I didn't come out until it was, that's something else he tried to do with me. When he was talking about, when I came out and I was talking about the fireflies and the color of the sky, he was like, she was on mushrooms too. No, sir, I had just woken up from a nap. I wasn't on mushrooms at all. And I just, maybe you can account for that because you ain't even see me.
Yeah, I had been telling people I never saw that night. I never saw you take anything. Mm-hmm. You were there. I have been acknowledged that you were there.
Yeah.
I never said I saw you take anything at all.
Nope.
Ever.
I did not.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't see you. Okay, so I didn't see you until
right
late. Late,
not even
like
that
late.
day. I don't even think you saw me the day when I saw y'all.
But no, I saw you. I saw you.
Oh,
when I got there, and which was close to 11 or midnight, somewhere around there, right? I remember you coming out on in the walkway, and I guess K Diddy Kitty had got the text that now y'all can come over. Y'all can come over. Okay, so that's when we came over. I saw you at that point.
This is Miss Kitty, by the way.
Balcony. We were all out on that balcony thing, and I don't know.
So then you saw me after I had already gotten my son. You saw me probably when I was going back and I was cussing out everybody.
Yeah,
because they were talking about somebody was missing, and I didn't even talk about this part in my story. I didn't say that I came back out and was like, well, kind of I did. I think in one of my lives,
Miss Kitty does look like Kevin Wesley, though.
On everybody, and then they were talking about somebody was missing.
Because that was me going off in that house.
Yeah.
Because
oh my God, really?
That was me going off because my friend was missing for a long period of time. So in my head, I'm saying, yo, we're all in here geeked, right? We're all geeked. And what I was told was there was going to be a medical team there in case anything happened to anybody. I was told that there was going to be, I don't know, what do you call the people who sit and watch you to help you through your trip? Like, this is what I was told.
I didn't know none of this shit was finna go on.
All right, so I was told There was going to be somebody there to watch over everybody in case something goes wrong. That, you know, or in case you're having a bad trip, there's supposed to be someone there to help you walk through your bad trip, to help you through it, right? Well, the reason I believe that was because I watched a documentary or something where I watched people take mushrooms, but they were all in the same room and they were laying in beds, like a room full of beds, right? And they were all laying in like rows of beds, but they had like whatever you call the people that sit there and they watch you, you know what I'm saying, to make sure you're okay as you go on your trip. So that's why I believed him when he said that. So I said, okay, that's cool. Because one thing I was afraid of, right? They say when you take the mushrooms, it makes you face your biggest fears. This is what I was told. You kind of face some of your biggest fears, which I kind of did that night. Because I have a big fear of big bodies of water. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm a Pisces and I can't swim. And I always have a fear of big bodies of water. Now,
what you
I had
say,
a
Melissa?
conversation with that young lady at the table, and I felt like at that moment, what we were talking about at that table, it dealt with water, it dealt with me being a Pisces, it dealt with you know, she was just telling me you can swim. You are, you know, you're swimming through these trials of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it was like a metaphor that she was giving me about bodies of water. And she was telling me how water can be violent or water can be peaceful. And I'm a water sign. I'm a Pisces, you know, and she was, you know, just for me to come to later feel like that lady was slick, a part of the setup.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, looking back, I felt like that lady was a part of the setup. That was the lady I was talking about that had the phone. She had her phone. And I told her, I said, hey, I tapped her like, yo, you know we're not supposed to have our phones, right? And she's like, oh, we're not? That made me, like, thinking back, that made me feel like her and K Diddy Kitty were texting each other. They were like, she was keeping an eye on me. It even got to a point where she just kept, now mind you.
Now I want to mention this. At most of those freak off parties and stuff like that, you're not supposed to have your phone. So why did the girl have her phone? It does sound like a setup.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Because why? Why don't they want her to stay there if she's not participating? Because they don't want you to see anybody in an altered state of mind, right? Isn't that how this go? I don't want those are the rules,
why
right?
I said I felt like I was in a twilight zone because everybody was going fucking crazy but me.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, for that man to videotape me, you're a snake. Because I just watched you in the interview, Kevin Wesley, tell 2K that you didn't want to be embarrassed. So you went in the bathroom. You didn't want nobody to see you like that. Yet you filmed me though, bro. You filmed your friend in an altered state of mind. For what reason? For what reason? That's snake. You're a snake. You're a snake.
Had you
because you were going to use that.
Had you done that ayahuasca thing with them?
Who?
So
Done it with who?
Like Superman and Kevin and all of them.
Other than that night?
No, this was a different
They
night.
talk about the ashwagandha.
Y'all did it that night too?
What? I was only there one night.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all did ayahuasca that night too? Oh shit. I missed all. Okay, so we did that ayahuasca one night, and I actually did participate in that one because just like you, I trusted. It was this man that like looked like he was just, I mean, straight out of Africa. I mean, he had on the garb. They bought like the freaking, like the little things that you bang and it makes boom. Like they had all these things. I mean, all these different types of blankets that were supposed to have been hand sewn. Like, and they were talking us through like everything that this ceremony is supposed to be. And they give you this drink that is so disgusting, and then they blow this stuff up your nose.
Nah, I wasn't there for this.
Yeah, we were stuck out that bitch for like a couple hours, and I never felt anything. I didn't feel anything, and neither did this familiar face. And we ended up like watching people. Take that back. I started throwing up a lot. I did throw up. I was throwing up like terribly. But that's all that happened to me. I didn't like feel anything. I was just throwing up.
So, you moaning?
No, I was not moaning. Shut up. But they were like running around like the house, like, and talking about them seeing things and stuff. And I went in the house eventually because they said, all right, by now, you might start feeling as if, and I was like, I'm cold. So I ended up going in the house. This familiar face ended up going in the house, and so did baby mama number 4. We all went in the house, and we were talking about how we didn't really feel anything, like what was going on with them, that you would call the moaners. They were acting as if they were in an altered state of mind. But to each his own. After that, we even had like a therapy.
I wasn't here for none of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This was a different day. I actually didn't even bring up this day because I kind of forgot about it. It didn't really hold a lot of relevance because nothing really crazy happened that I saw. But yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so somebody came in my chat on YouTube the other day, and she said she was at one of those parties too. This is what I'm telling people. These guys been having these little parties. Like they been having these little parties. Like so with the whole mushroom thing, let me explain this with you, right?
Yeah.
My reasoning for wanting to try the mushrooms, right, was because I was watching a documentary where they were talking about doctors taking these mushrooms and people talking about they go to different like spiritual realms and stuff like, and I saw where they were saying people use these mushrooms to help people with anxieties, ADHD, things like that. So in my head I was saying, well, damn, doctors are taking mushrooms? You mean doctors? Why are doctors taking mushrooms, right? Why are they using this? Why are they using this?
I didn't know you did the ashwagandha too.
With their mentality, right? So I looked at my son, right? Not even just my son, but my son, he does music and he's a producer, right? But I watch him when he smokes weed. When he smokes weed, he goes to a next level of like genius with that music, right? And I thought about some of my friends who get very, like some of my friends that smoke weed, like when they smoke, they get like this next level of intelligence about themselves or something, right? So I thought about this. I said,
that's why you decided to take it that night. You trusted this man.
I wanted to see what this was about because the time before I was over at the house, we had a conversation about it. We had a conversation, me, Superman, Kevin, Wesley, and he had a little group of friends out there. We had a conversation about it, and they were telling me about it. And they were basically saying it takes you to a next realm. They was talking about how the trees come alive and the water, the grass, all of that, right?
Oh, you seen the man that's like hugging the tree?
Hugging the tree, all of that, right? Yeah. So what I was saying was, I was like, yo, if this takes you to a next level in your mind on these mushrooms, I already go inside of my mind sober.
Yeah.
I already do this sober. Like, so I was wondering if these doctors and stuff are taking this stuff, why are they hiding it from us? What is it about us? Why can't we take it? Like, why is it illegal? But then as I started to do more research, they started to make it legal in certain places. I think Oakland was the first place, then Denver became the next place. And I was like, yo, like.
Mind you, I live in Oakland. I ain't never heard shrooms was legal here. But I will check while this video plays. Listen, it might explain a few things if that's true, but let me continue.
Why are people like, why are they trying to hide you from taking these mushrooms, but now I know why. Now I know why this is not an addictive drug, because it can scare you straight. It can take you somewhere.
Or
It can take you somewhere, but you have to be really ready for it. You have to be really ready for it in here. You know what I'm saying? And it will reveal things to you. Like, things will be revealed to you. And there's multiple people. You can listen to Wiz Khalifa talk about his experience, how it revealed people around him. The rapper Chaotic, it revealed people around him. The rapper, what's his name? Talib Kweli.
Cali, I have never said anything bad about mushrooms. I've just talked about what was
Don't forget, Talib Kweli is the one that Jaguar slept with when he was married. Don't forget that.
going on that night. So I am not judging anybody that has ever taken mushrooms. I'm not even saying that it's not something that I would never do. I just would not do it with them. I just didn't trust them.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody is judging the fact that they were taking.
I agree,
mushrooms.
Melanie.
It's not that. Just like, I mean, I had my medical card, and even if I didn't, like, I started, smoking weed when I was 35, and I was like, wow, if I knew about this, I might have had more friends, because it's calmed down my anxiety. Like, I get that. There's no judgment there. My issue is when it is used as a crutch or an excuse to try somebody and to rewrite history. So that's why when I talk about that night and I talk about what I saw, you were filling in your holes because you were talking about what was happening when I was not there. And even when I started running around the house when you did see me, I did not even remember seeing you. But so you remember.
Yeah.
Because I was testing people.
Now I saw you like twice. But I was the one that was going off about him being missing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I was asking, like, yo, what y'all mean y'all don't know where he at? You feel what I'm saying? What y'all mean y'all don't know where my dude at? Like, he told me it was gonna be somebody here watching everybody. And it was like at that moment right there that it pissed me off. It made me mad.
Yeah.
Because now I realize ain't nobody here watching us.
And I want to mention something too. Thank you, Kay, for that information, because they actually should have had a shaman there during this whole experience for them. And that's what they were promised. It was supposed to be medical professionals and then people there. What he mean by other people there was the shamans were supposed to be there to make sure that they didn't do anything crazy. But of course, nobody was there to protect them. So, yeah. Just like I say, you guys, we don't judge, but, be careful. Please, just be careful. All right, let's continue back.
And it ain't no medical team around here. I started to, like, piece this stuff together, like, yo.
But you had taken them already.
Huh?
You had taken them already?
Yeah. I was about, at this time, I'm about an hour into this. I'm about an hour in now.
Yeah.
Because what happened was when it started kicking in, I went through stages. I went through stages of it, right? But at this point, it started kicking in, man, and I was like, yo, my dude missing. And I was laying on the couch, not in the snake room, right? In the next room, right? So I was laying on that couch, but the voice in my head was saying, where's your homeboy at? Where is he at? And like the voice was talking to me very disrespectful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at you laying here on this couch. You laid up, you high, and your friend is missing. Like, this is what I'm hearing in my head. And that's what made me fight through that high and say, where my friend at?
Yeah.
Where's my friend at? And people was telling me they didn't know. So if I'm high, there's other people walking around here high. This is a huge mansion, huge mansion with that big lake out there in the back. And y'all telling me y'all don't know where he at? That's what
See, y'all literally by a body of water hallucinating. That ain't even safe, y'all. Like, I would be worried.
Why I was flipping out.
Yep.
Because I don't know where my friend at, and he could be hurt somewhere, and ain't nobody watching us all. Y'all lied. So that's what made me mad. Like, you know, with that situation, you know. Yeah, man, there was a lot that went on that night, man. And at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like they tried me. They tried me. They tried to mini Diddy me. I don't care what nobody say. It's just what I felt. Because I wasn't there for your entertainment. I was there because you hear how you explained the other party where you say they had the drums and all of this, and they was, you know, they was doing all the little. So I'm thinking it's gonna be something like that. I'm thinking it's gonna be like what I see on my on the documentary, where everybody's in the same room. That's what I pictured in my head it was going to be. I got there, it was people everywhere, man. It was people everywhere.
When did you realize that like things were just not what you signed up for?
Man, when he went missing, after I flipped out because he was missing, and nobody knew where he was at, and then he came back around the corner looking like a zombie. He was gone for a minute. Like, he was gone for a minute. And I, you know, right when I was telling them, if y'all don't find out, I don't even know who I was talking to in there. But I said, right when I said, if y'all don't find out where my dude at, man, where my boy at, it's going to get ugly up in here, right? Soon as I said that, this nigga he come walking by me. He came walking right by me. Like, I mean, it was like he didn't say nothing. He was like soulless looking. He walked right by me. And I stopped talking, and I look at this dude walk over there he goes to sit in the chair. So you'll hear him tell the story where I was over him like, where was you at? Where was you at, dude? Like, you know, I was going off on him. He like, Cali, what are you talking about, man? Like, yeah, I went off on him because I'm like, yo, you told me it was going to be people here watching us. How they didn't know where you was at, dude? That let me know right there. So that started to irritate me because now I'm looking around now and I'm saying, yo, ain't no.
Hey, hold on. This is kind of like a side note because I'm trying to book a trip, right? And we're celebrating somebody's birthday, and we were talking about the weather in Tahoe, and we were like, oh, hopefully it's not snowing. And they said, oh, well, it don't matter because I'll be skiing anyway. Are they talking about this? Because they just put a LOL, and I was all like, I don't get it. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I just wanted to ask.
Nobody watching us.
Ain't nobody. It's not funny, but the way you tell stories is very animated, and it's just like we can laugh at it. Well, I can laugh at it now because I survived it.
Right.
And I see, obviously, you can too, but
yeah, I went through a lot, man. Man, they told me I was jealous of the guy. They told me I was, man, everything. What y'all got to understand is what we're dealing with here, right? No, I was not violated in that house. Nobody ever touched me. Nobody ever violated me physically, right? But what we are dealing with is a snake. Like, we're dealing with a snake friend who calls himself a leader in our community. He paints himself. He wears these funny hats and costumes as if he's some leader in our community helping our people. This is the same guy who stole donations from the hungry people. He got on his platform weeks after week after week after week, taking donations from the community, from people in the community, saying he wants to feed the homeless. He wants to stop world hunger.
Yo, I would love to interview Miss Kitty, but earlier Royce said that they think Miss Kitty is in, hold on, let me put me bigger on the screen. Thinks that Miss Kitty is in jail, like was told in jail. I'm so surprised nobody has interviewed Miss Kitty. What I honestly believe would happen is because Royce has talked about this, Dwight Howard pays people off. So when the whole lawsuit and everything was going on, he probably told Miss Kitty, like, hey, I'm gonna pay you, get out of Dodge, don't be here, leave the city or leave the state, and I'll pay for you to stay somewhere and just get gone, you know. Because again, Miss Kitty is a cross-dresser. Miss Kitty is not transgender. Dwight Howard does not like transgenders. He likes cross-dressers. And that's the one that's the old school, you know, blonde wig, red lipstick, you know, those. Yeah. Not the ones who's trying to transition, the one that like to play dress up, you know. And don't ask me how I know all this, by the way, because I know y'all probably thinking something about me right now. Shut the hell up and just enjoy the show. I'm trying to educate y'all. All right, here we go.
You can't find a video of Kevin Wesley feeding nobody. Where did them people's money go, brother? Where did them people's money go? So this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a snake. You came out here and told people you had stomach cancer, bro. You know what I'm saying? To go get you a weight loss surgery while you're the assistant to the millionaire basketball player. You feel what I'm saying, bro? You did a lot, bro, to the community, bro. This isn't just personal with me. You did a lot to the community. You took money from people. You told them, in the name of this, I want to help our community. Where's them people money? You took their money and you did a rap video riding by the homeless people. That's what you did. You made a rap video. Then you came out and said, I couldn't find no homeless people. You took week after week, you asked for donations in the name of this, helping the people. This is what made me mess with you. Because when I met you, I thought you was a righteous dude, just to find out you're a whole snake. You're the lowest of the snakes.
What?
I'm talking about you have done a lot of people dirty. You have people on this internet, this Kevin Wesley guy, Superman's assistant. He said that's what he said.
Oh yeah, because you know we gotta talk about the conversation that I overheard when I was walking my dog. Because people are asking about that, and I'm like,
Get to
there was
it.
a lot of stuff that I heard, but I felt like when I listened to your live, like you made more sense of it, because
You talking
I'd rather
about
like you probably tell that part, because
what part?
I heard was probably, I mean, it was just a smidge, especially when you say like, you know, you weren't actually physically tried, like what you were saying, and when y'all were arguing, that's. But I think the way when you talk about the offering of the fruit,
Yeah,
that's what you were responding to, and that's what that means.
yeah.
That is what I heard.
So
Even
you're
though
dealing.
he didn't stick his dick in your face per se,
Yeah.
that's the invitation when you offer fruit.
Thanks. Now this guy's been around me for years. This guy, Kevin Wesley, had been around me for years, and he knows I don't rock that way. You feel what I'm saying? He knows I don't rock that way. So for you to get me in that house, you know I'm in an altered state of mind.
I'm gonna tell you something, and this is not, you know, I'm not trying to say all gay people are like this or whatnot, and these men are more on the DL spectrum, I guess you would say, because they're not out, but people will try you no matter what, and I think this happens to women too. Women, put a 1 in the chat if you ever been tried. But people will try you because they want to see, what can I get away with, you know? And I think that's why there's another YouTuber that's putting lies out there about me, saying that I wanted them or something like that. It's because they literally was trying to press up on me and they were rejected and their feelings are hurt, you know? But anyway, we'll continue.
I'm in an altered state of mind. Now, I just heard you the other night on your live say, this was supposed to be in my personal bowl of fruit.
You guys can put the YouTuber in the chat.
Right? You didn't bring me no water. You didn't bring me no bottle of water. Now, you brought me a bowl of fruit. Right? You bring this fruit to me with the lid already off of it. Now, you told me this was my bowl of fruit. This is what you just said on your live the other day. But the lid is off of it. Not to mention, you said you was eating the fruit out of there. Why are you eating my fruit, dude?
Right.
Like, if it's mine, why are you eating the fruit? And why is the lid off of what you're telling me is supposed to be my own bowl of fruit? You said I went around there and I gave everybody their own bowl of fruit. Well, why is my lid off of it? And why is you digging in it, right?
Cali.
So while he was trying to offer me this fruit, remember we're on mushrooms, so everything is heightened at this time, and I'm analyzing everything. In the next room was Superman and three other guys, and I hear Superman in there moaning, like, and I said, oh, God, oh, man. I hear all this moaning. Out of that room comes Kevin Wesley, comes trotting out of that room with a bowl of fruit. He's right. He did just at first lean down and offer me the fruit, but I screamed on him because, again, I'm on mushrooms and I'm analyzing everything. I hear some fruity stuff going on in one room, and then you come in the room and try to offer me a bowl of fruit. Like, for me, subliminally, I felt like you was trying. I feel, because I'm hearing fruity stuff going on at the time you're trying to offer me a bowl of open fruit. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling that, so I screamed on him. I moved to the other end of the couch, and that's when he brought the fruit over. He was not in arm's reach of me or anything, and nowhere that I could touch him. But the dude took the bowl of fruit, put it below his waist, put it below his waistline, and started winding his hips.
Shut up, Cali. Shut up.
Dude started winding his hips, singing my name. Cali. You sure you don't want this fruit, Cali? So I was laying there with a pillow over my face, and when I turned and looked at this nigga standing there with this bowl of fruit, like,
right, Melanie,
like rocking his, gyrating his hips, you know, like he doing a hula hoop, like, nigga. So I screamed, like, man, I went up. I'm trying to like watch my tone of voice because people say because I'm so passionate the way I talk, I guess I be throwing people off, I guess. So I'm trying to
both long-winded, but you're definitely animated. You might have me beat.
it was during the pandemic, but I don't know what time.
That's what made me mad. And that was the first time I screamed on him, right? So what you heard though, and I heard this from your live, right? I didn't even know you was out there. I didn't know you was out there that morning when I was trying to get out of there, and I was screaming on him about the same thing.
Yeah.
So he can't even say me and you had talked, because when I said,
oh my God, I hate to break up the news, you guys, but I was just looking on Instagram, and according to the Neighborhood Talk, at least 11 people have been injured in a mass shooting at I think it's Amzora nightclub in Queens, New York. Melanie, are you okay? Well, obviously she's okay. She's here, but who's in New York right now? Is everybody okay? If you're in New York, check on your people. It's Amzora nightclub in Queens, New York. Check on your people. I don't think this one was a terrorist attack like the one in whatchamacallit in New Orleans. I think this is, well, I don't know. They don't have that much information, but please check on your people if you're in the New York area. It happens at Queens, New York. Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn, but I haven't clubbed in a minute, but I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, that is sad. Yeah. Yeah, the world is hurting, right? Yeah, prayers for all those people.
When you went on Vlad and you said you heard me screaming on him, right?
But I didn't even know
I'm
That was
thinking
like you necessarily. I mean, I put two and two together, but like at the time, you know, I'm sitting here like, who the fuck is this guy? Because I had never seen you before.
right.
But obviously, after I saw your videos and stuff, I was like, it was Cali.
Yeah. So I didn't know you saw me in the like as I was leaving and heard me screaming on him about what I was screaming on him about in the living room. I thought when you went on Vlad and said you heard me screaming.
Wait, is this the real Kevin Wesley? Somebody check and make sure this is the real Kevin Wesley. I literally explained it to him. Kevin, can you tell us how come you didn't give him water? We wondering how come you didn't give him any water. Well, that's what he's saying. You didn't offer any water. And also, do you know Miss Kitty? Because they're claiming that you are Miss Kitty. Can you clarify that for us? Okay, it is the real Kevin. All right, it's the real Kevin. Okay, hold on. Let me get the link real quick. Now, chat, be nice. I know we was I know we was going off earlier in the chat, but chat, be nice. Come on now. Water and food hurt your stomach, and hold on. Damn, I missed his comment. Dang, now I don't even see it. I think he said no, right? He said no, he not Miss Kitty. Don't worry, we'll behave. I don't know, because every time somebody comes to my platform, they go back on their channel and say y'all bullied them. Y'all don't got me so many enemies, but I love y'all though. I honestly do. I love y'all, even though y'all get me in trouble all the time. Yeah, you're supposed to fast, or you lose your lunch, allegedly. Oh, I like how you added that allegedly in it. Okay, let me let you up. Kevin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up with you, man?
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you.
Nah, no problem.
All right, so this situation, happened years ago, back in 2020, right?
Right.
So what are your thoughts? Because I did watch some of your live. What are your thoughts about all of this coming back up? Are you kind of like, damn, I thought this was done with? Or had, there been rumblings of still people talking about it?
Honestly, to me, it's a great day for me, actually. This guy, Cali, has tormented me with this story for years. Hasn't left it alone. The day he left that house, he said that I offered him fruit with my hip shaking. Along with that, he had accusations that I drug women. I give him STDs. He accused me of scamming the community. Since then, he's accused me of tickling a 14-year-old girl and making her feel uncomfortable. A million accusations. He's accused me of cross-dressing. He's just a guy trying to ruin my reputation.
So first, let's clarify. None of those things are true. These are just things that he's putting out there to try to ruin your reputation.
Right. None of them are true.
But why is he coming at you so strong, though?
So he was somebody who, I'm a spiritual teacher. I taught on religion for years. And he was someone who became a close friend of mine, at least so I thought, all until he came to the house that night. He was so high, even when he was online saying I offered him fruit with my hip shaking. When he first said it, I laughed because that literally sounds ridiculous. I literally explained this to the guy, even at the event. So whenever you are eating mushrooms, they really hurt your stomach. You can't eat at least 8 hours before or drink. They're really hard on your stomach. This is why a lot of people use the bathroom on themselves and all of that stuff. So in order to come down off of shrooms, you eat fruit, because fruit has H3O. It regulates your body faster. If you drink water, just drink a bottle of water, you'll get sick. If you eat hard food, you'll get sick. So you always use fruit. Okay. Now Royce and Lewis know that. I don't know why they didn't say that. They have a disdain for me, but I wish their disdain for me wouldn't let them keep Cali believing that any more was going on than his bad trip. Lewis has already told him everybody had a bad trip. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Cali thinks the whole house was conspiring to grape him. It's literally ridiculous, bro. I'm a straight man, and just the thought of just, you know, when a straight man gets accused of something that he's not, it's very offensive. And Cali knows that. You see what I'm saying? So he knows what he's doing. He doesn't believe this happened at all. He's an internet troll. If you see this, some of the stuff that Cali said about me, for instance, I have a child recently. He's a year old now, but he has Down syndrome. He was born with a heart defect. He almost passed away when he was born. On the day my baby was born, Cali goes live to say, see, you got a sick baby. You got a sick baby, and it's all because of your karma for defending your brother against his wife who was trying to humiliate him online. And I'm talking about just at the worst times of your life, he still don't quit.
Right. And I did say that was wrong for him to even mention your child because that has nothing to do with nothing.
My polyunion, for instance, he'll say it's fake and it's just a cover up for me being gay. It's just, he's a person who, like I said, I always say this guy's just jealous of me, man. Like literally jealous of me. He hasn't seen me in 5 years and still acts like he knows me.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute, huh? Now thinking about it. So around 2020, like when was this at the start of the pandemic? Like around like March or?
So it was March the 27th when Royce and them, around March 27th, because Melissa Rios died, Dwight Howard's baby mother. And then then Royce and Christine both came down with their children to live with Dwight. And so just so you guys understand, Cali first went live and painted this picture like it's just me and Dwight living in his house alone. And I've been saying, no, the house was full of people, but illegal, I just can't say that, you know? But that's why I'm so grateful it came out today, because now everybody learns it was a house full of people. And now everybody learns that there was not no Illuminati, no plan to sacrifice Cali. All the stuff he's been saying has been fallacious, you know, salacious even, you know?
So you were Dwight Howard's assistant though, right?
Well, I was a mentor to Dwight Howard. So there was a time there where I was running Dwight Howard's house. So say from December, Dwight offers me this job. He was transitioning from a house manager, and he didn't have time to vet. He had to go play for the Lakers. And me and him have been good friends for a couple of years. So he hit me up and offers me this job, but I really needed a job at the time. I had just had my stomach taken out due to having my stomach cancer runs in my family. And my stomach was riddled with ulcers, and I went on ahead and had it removed. My sister just died of it, so yeah, it was something I didn't want.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my mother died of it, then my sister did, and so when they asked me, do I want to keep my stomach or opt to have it removed, I said, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have it removed. I got children. I can't play that.
Right. So you can live without a stomach?
Yeah, you can. They just attach your esophagus to your lower intestine, and your lower intestine becomes your stomach. I just have to, I have to eat smaller meals. I don't have a colostomy bag or anything like that. I just have to eat smaller meals. But for a while there, I had to have a tube on me for tube food, and I was on bed rest for about a year. So Cali says I scammed the community. He tries to tell people I faked stomach cancer.
I was just going to ask about that.
Right. Dude, I've got online and shown my doctor's paperwork and everything. And when I show it, he says, it's photoshopped. He's just a terrorizer. Listen, like I told you, my mother died of it. My sister died of it. My other sister had it. My other niece had it. My nephew had my two nieces that had it. Like literally, man, it's riddled my family. Okay.
Is it a hereditary thing?
Yes, it's hereditary. It's called CDH1. It's a cancer gene. And so he takes things that's obviously true and says they're false. So if I were him, I would stop. It's like, I don't know why you would get on Royce's big platform and say that I faked a stomach surgery to go get weight loss surgery. Man, if you see me before I had weight loss surgery, I wasn't overweight. I don't know. He just lies.
Okay, so yeah, so you already put out the paperwork and showed like, yeah, you had something wrong with you. So you didn't take the money and go get weight loss surgery because that was the narrative that Cali was pushing.
Listen, I'll do you one better. I sit down with my chart, okay, from the Cancer Levine Institute. Typed my password in, went into it, and they showed inside my body from the surgery where they took with the camera and everything. It literally says, it literally says complete gastrectomy, all the details in there. So I let these people see inside of my body, and they still said it was fake. They said it was my sister's paperwork even though my name is clearly on it. My sister doesn't have my first or last name, and they said it was her paperwork. They just lie. They just do what they do. I mean, I still have the video up. They just lie.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like no matter what you do, people still slander your name? Like they honestly, like you, like just like you said, you showed the surgery and people still don't believe you. Like, does it ever get to you like people don't believe anything that you say?
Yeah, it does. It's really troubling. But see, things like today, though, it set me free, and I'll tell you why. Cali's a person that no matter what, he'll keep lying. For instance, one time he says Melissa Rios, Dwight's baby mother, called him and said Kevin tickled a 14-year-old little girl on Dwight's property and made a bunch of people feel uncomfortable. Now, Cali says this happened 2 years ago, meaning he didn't say anything, right? And why Melissa Rios would call him would be ridiculous, because what can he do about it? Why don't y'all call whoever's supposed to do it, right?
Right. And did she even know him?
Well, no, here's the problem. The problem with what he said was Melissa Rios died even before me and Cali fell out. So he's saying that Melissa Rios called him 2 years after we fell out. So he didn't know this lady had passed away.
Ah, got you. So he was lying about that.
Right. No, nor had I ever met Melissa Rios a day in my life. So she didn't even know me. So she would have never made this phone call. Okay. So when I exposed it by pulling up her death date, which was right before COVID, he then makes another video and says, oops, I had the wrong baby mama. Dwight got so many baby mamas, I forgot which one told me. And then now he doesn't say who it is. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is something as egregious as I tickled a 14-year-old little girl. Like, he'll say any damn thing, bro.
Right. That's something serious, and you don't want that on your name. Like,
right. Even today, he had those two people up there. Even today, they clearly don't like me, and they're both telling him he had a bad trip. Neither one of them are validating that it was some sex party. And when they even asked him at the end about the fruit, he even says it's mostly about with the community, his problems with me and the community. He's not standing up for anybody in the community. There's nobody in the community saying I've scammed them. He's just a liar saying you scammed people. He will never pull out anything showing you where I've scammed people.
Now, I know sometimes when you hallucinate, I've only done edibles, I've never done shrooms, but sometimes when you hallucinate, like your body kind of feels light. So maybe, you may have been swaying side to side and that's what he's seen, or for a fact you weren't like gyrating with some fruit down by your pelvis area.
I was not gyrating with fruit. So here's how it happened. I walked in, I sat down at the chair. Cali's laying down on a couch. There's a chair and a couch in this room. There's only me and him in there because he's having a bad trip already. So people just kind of wanted him away from them. So they just said, Kevin, you the one invited him. Just sit off with him. So I see he's having a bad trip. So I go and get some fruit for him. Eat this fruit, maybe you'll calm down. So I even explained this to him before the event. Before the whole event, I explained you come down with fruit or whatever. So because you got to let somebody know kind of the details. And he even says this, which is crazy. But I say to him, man, listen, you need to eat some of this fruit. You're probably dehydrated. You haven't eaten a drink in a while. This should make you feel better. And he said, nah, I don't want any fruit. And he laid back down and he put a pillow over his face. I began eating that bowl of fruit. It was just a Walmart bowl of fruit with watermelon in it and cantaloupe.
Oh, yeah, like one of those bowls with the different kind of fruit in it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Right. It's just a Walmart fruit with cantaloupe in it, a regular bowl of fruit. He's like, why was it already open? Because they opened it for you. It's hard to open and we're high. So they opened everybody's. So why was it already open? Okay, damn, bro. I offered you a bowl of fruit. If you had said you wanted a bowl of fruit, I would have given it to you and went back and got my own. You said you didn't want it, so I decided to eat that bowl of fruit. What's the problem? So then he said he thought the fruit was drugs, but I ate the fruit. He even says I ate the fruit really loudly, and it was bothering him. So anyway, when Cali said he didn't want any fruit and laid back down, I began eating the fruit. Listen, we sat in that same spot for 2 hours until the morning came. About 6:30, I had to wake Cali up. So I offered him fruit one time. He put a pillow back over his face after saying, I'm good on fruit. And he laid down and went to sleep. Maybe in his high, I re-offered it to him with my hips shaking. But to me, we're best friends, but we're really good friends. My word's supposed to count for something. Nobody in this house is telling you they saw me do this. Nobody in your house. And why would I think shaking my hips in front of you would make you gay? I know you're straight and I'm straight. The whole notion sounds ridiculous. When he first said it, I busted out laughing because I thought, dude, tomorrow when you come down, you're gonna apologize. But he is kept with this shit, and like I said, he's added to it. His very first live, he said this, and then my ex-girlfriend, who I just broke up with the day before, she says he drugged me too. One time I smoked a blunt with him, and his face looked like a devil. So it's like everything that he says, she would back up, and then he would make videos behind her. It was just like they were teaming up to hurt my name.
They were tag teaming you. Yeah.
And now they're doing it still to this day. It makes no sense, bro. So it's I keep telling Cali, bro, no matter what you do or say, you can't make me gay. And he even heard Lewis say he's never seen Dwight do anything gay. Now this whole time, Cali been calling me Dwight's boy toy. And I don't know if Lewis and them is aware of who they're sitting with up there, that Cali's made it a personal point to try and destroy Dwight's name by calling him gay this whole time. And they know they've never seen this man do that. If he's done that, that's his private life, and he kept it very secret from anybody at that house. You see what I'm saying? And so for him,
so you weren't around for none of that stuff.
No, I've never seen none of that stuff. And this is what I would say. Listen, I know Dwight's family and everything. I don't think anybody if Dwight has that side to him, I don't think any of those people know his family. I think that's something that he would be ashamed of.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So everybody at that house know everybody was straight. There was nothing. I don't think there was anybody that was gay there at all.
So there was no transgender people, because I know I watched your live from earlier where you were like, oh, well, you said it was a transgender person that walked him in the bathroom. So there was no transgender person there.
Not at all. This is why I thought that story was so funny when she said, Cali knows what happened. It was a transgender that walked him to the bathroom to try to come on to him. Here's what actually happened. And Cali tells his story himself. He walks up to me and he's fussing at me for being missing when he should have been calm by now because he sees I'm not missing anymore. I'm healthy. I'm good. But he's still angry. And he comes up to me screaming at me. And I told him to calm down. And he said, take me to the bathroom. Cali tells me to take him to the bathroom. I stood up and I took him to the bathroom. He came out the bathroom, and that's when he questioned me. Who took me to the bathroom? That's why I'm so confused. Like, bro, how do you explain to this crazy person that I took him to the bathroom? He's questioning that. So he goes, I couldn't see your eyes. I couldn't see your face and your beard. Something about my beard was bothering him. And in real time, he's having this conversation with me, telling me my face don't look right. And I told him, your face don't look right, but we're high. You can't blame me for my face.
True.
And so to this day, he says, when he saw my eyes that day, in that moment, he knew I sold my soul. I said, come on, bro. Sold it to who? What, bro, you gotta chill, bro.
So you're not in the Illuminati.
No. Listen, he said, they asked him, because Cali doesn't believe in God or anything. So selling my soul, he don't believe in souls. So when they asked him to be specific, what do you mean sell your soul? He said, I think he's sleeping with the ball player. Where did you got that from looking in my eyes? Man, this is in your head. Yeah, exactly. And so none of the stuff he says makes sense. And the people he's surrounded by, they enjoy the trolling, so they don't tell him it don't make sense. So they just got the guy out here looking like a damn idiot.
Okay, I can see that. And I think that's also why I asked, like, okay, well, how did you become Dwight Howard's assistant? And so you were actually like the housekeeper, because at the time he was working for the Lakers, so he wasn't home. So you were basically you were responsible for the property.
Right. So I was responsible for the property until Lewis got there, and Lewis became the main guy doing that. That was great for me because I was able to work on my content. See, I'm a social media person. I write books, and Dwight's a good friend of mine. Okay, so I had already had a year on bed rest from recovering from having my stomach removed. And I also went through a second surgery after that. So the reason I'm so grateful to Dwight is he allowed me a place to stay. He gave me a job, allowed me a place to stay, work on my content until I got on my feet. So I stayed working there and stayed there for about maybe 6 months total. And then I was out of there. You know what I mean? But I stacked all my bread and got out of there, and I started my poly union. And people make fun of me because I had a down moment. Like, I'd been on bed rest from having my stomach removed. I didn't even have a job before that, but I had to get my stomach removed. I didn't have time to get insurance. None of that. You see what I'm saying? So people try and
Dwight was a real friend.
He was a real friend, and I hate that people call this man gay and mock him all because he did me a kind gesture. You see what I'm saying? I'll forever be indebted, man. Listen, I started off young. I never had anybody really to take care of me. And so imagine somebody giving you 6 months to just stack. If you always had to pay bills since you was young, you know what I mean. It's hard to get ahead.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he needed somebody to come be a house manager until he hired somebody formally. And so I think I was house manager all alone for about maybe 2.5, maybe 3 months. And Lewis gets there just I think maybe a month before Dwight actually comes home from COVID, from the bubble. And so just as Dwight comes home, Royce and Christina, all of them come in, the whole house is full of people. So Cali tries to paint it like it was just me and Dwight in the house having a gay relationship. It's complete lies, man. Complete lies. And I'm interested in what problems Lewis has with me too. I don't know what he's upset about. Clearly he doesn't like me either.
Yeah,
but I'm interested in knowing what it is.
As I understand from what I gathered from the live was that you basically were the person, like the liaison. Like if they wanted to talk to Dwight or something was going on, you were the person kind of like being that go-to person, and you would tell them like, don't talk to this person. Don't, like, basically you were controlling the house. You were running the house as I understood it.
Well, Dwight had a lot of faith in me. I'm his friend. I'm his mentor. He looked at me for advice, all of that. Obviously he'll ask me if he thinks if he can trust an employee or something like that. And that being my friend, I'm obviously obligated to Dwight first. So if I see something that doesn't look right, I got to tell him or I'm not doing my job. So I think that when Lewis said I'm talking about it behind his back, I know he felt betrayed, but I'm doing my job. And I'm not going to discuss that with the public, what the issue was, but I was discussing that with Dwight, and the people that was around Dwight also worked for him. They should not have came and told you that. And so he sees me as fake when I was just doing my job. And he may say, well, Dwight wasn't paying you. You don't know what that man was doing.
Right.
And
so were you a part of the hire and
loyalty?
Okay. Were you a part of the hiring and the firing? Is that what?
Not at all.
Okay. No, you weren't. Okay. So you weren't responsible for hiring or firing anybody.
Not at all. So that's
okay.
One time Cali and them said I got a lot of people fired. And as you can see, no one got fired when I was there. Nobody. I didn't get a single person fired at all. And they are right. People did not like me. They kept saying, why is he here? And this was another thing that I would say to Dwight. Why are your workers concerned about why I'm here? They work for you. You pay them to work here. They shouldn't be concerned about if I was a freeloader, it's none of their business. It's his damn house. If he give me one of those apartments over there, that's his house, yo. If he let his homeboy get a crib over there to get on his feet, that's none of their business. It makes no damn sense for them to even be concerned about why I'm there.
Right, I agree with that.
What I'm saying?
And he's helping you out. Like, that's your friend. So I get it. You're loyal to him. So, yeah, of course he's going to help you out.
Absolutely.
Now, has all this stuff put a strain between you and Dwight Howard, or you can't answer?
No, we good.
Okay, so do you still talk to him?
I mean, I do. I would say I do, but we've never had a friendship where we talk every day. We kind of just get up when we get up. You know what I mean?
Right. Whenever y'all, hit each other up, that's when you talk. Okay, I get that. I understand
with all my friends. I don't speak every day, but when I hit you, it's like we never stop talking.
Okay. Oh, and Lewis also said something too. He said that NDAs are invalid. They're not real or something. Well, he said invalid. That was the word.
Yeah, that's something I didn't know about. That's something that if he worked for Dwight, which he did work directly for Dwight, if those things weren't accurate and lined up, then I think maybe he's supposed to do that. I don't know who. If he felt like they weren't valid, he should have told somebody to make them valid. And to say that now, 5 years after the fact, is kind of crazy. I don't know what that was. Maybe that was a ploy to make other people feel comfortable to talk. Or
that's what I was thinking too.
Right.
Yeah, because if everybody go like, oh, well, they're not valid or whatever, then it's going to make more people come up and speak and, all that stuff. So, but as far as you are able, well, right now you're speaking, you're able to, speak your mind. Of course, you wouldn't slander your friend, but I mean, you're open to talk.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. So you don't have anything. Okay.
But I have no slander for Dwight. Like I said, the Dwight I know is a great person. The internet Dwight version, that's some weird stuff. And if I didn't know him, I would think the same thing that you guys in the public think. But I actually know this guy. I met him personally. I know him personally. He's one of the nicest people I ever met. So I have a hard time with it too. I really do. I really have a terrible time with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So actually, when it first happened and some of the things came out, I did draw a little bit of distance, and that's my homeboy, because it just threw me off, man. Because it's so crazy when you see somebody so differently, and you see something different, something else that's totally different. But the person that I know in front of me, I've never seen anything to criticize. He's a great person, man. So, like I said, he must have a private life, that something that he hasn't made people aware of, but that's it. I've never seen it.
Do you care about his private life? Like, do you care about that, or you still support him no matter what?
No, I wouldn't care.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'll tell you this. I grew up I'm born in 82. So growing up, I mean, straight people didn't hang out with gay people. You got nothing in common anyway. You know what I mean? But so if you ask me beforehand, I would say I don't have a problem with gay people, but I don't see any reason to be friends with them. But after knowing him for so many years and then seeing what I see now, I would never disown that man. He's taught me something different, that even if people are gay, they may never ever bring that shit your way and make you feel uncomfortable with it, because he never has. When I say he's a great person, he really is. He's really changed my perspective on that.
Right. And I appreciate you saying that, because my thing was like, I don't know if maybe you try to separate yourself from Dwight and, try to distance yourself because, I ain't down with all that. But I'm happy to hear, like, you like, no matter what, that's my friend.
Right. Now, I'll tell you, like I said, triangulation does work. When Cali first went live and started accusing me of being gay with Dwight, it did make me distance myself at first a little bit, because that's uncomfortable when you know you're a straight man. One time we were at Main Event, and he got his kids, I got mine, and some people saw him, hey, Dwight, and that happens all the time. But this particular time, they knew who I was too. And so they wanted pictures with both of us, and I just felt real nervous. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they think we out together? I don't know. That was just in my head. And so that triangulation stuff really does work. But I had to just man up and tough through that and say, man, that's my friend. I'm not gonna let that do that to me. I'm not gonna let them do that. That's my friend no matter what. And that's right.
Has Dwight ever been open about stuff like that with you, or y'all never even talk about that?
No, we never even. Even after this all happened, when I asked him about it, he said that's my business. And hey, I got.
Oh, okay. He said that in interviews too. That's why I'm laughing, because he's like, "That's my business." Yeah,
my business. That's what he say. He stick to it. It's his business. Now I ain't. And mad respect. I got no right to pry. Honestly, if he ever did anything to make me question it, I would be like, "Nah, you got to tell me, bro, because you just made me uncomfortable." But he's never.
Right. Never try to push up on you or anything.
Because it's like, damn, is this some type of embarrassment ritual, or are you like this? Because bro, you don't show no signs of that. It really make me feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Right. I kind of just think about like the way society is. Like, I know we like to say, oh, everybody's allowed to be themselves, but no, you're not. Because if he was to come out and say, yeah, I am, people are still going to have something to say, and like it doesn't matter. He can't win for losing. So it's almost like, well, hell. Well, now it don't matter because he's happy in a relationship. But I mean, like, if he was beforehand to come out and say anything, people will judge him. So it's like, I see why he would never speak on it. He would say it's none of your business, or whatnot.
Say that last part again. My bad.
Oh, I was saying that, with the way society is, if he was to come out and say anything, people would still have something to say. So he can't win for losing.
Yeah, but I always say nowadays people really accept gay people, and I think whatever life you have, you'll have that. My motto is be yourself. I call my page Be Evolution, and of course the acronym is B. Right. I always say, man, until you decide to be, you're gonna always be miserable. Be yourself. I don't care what you call it once you be that, but be it. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. But Kevin, I gotta call you out because you said when you found out things, you was kind of afraid to take pictures and stuff with them. So even you had, I mean, not now, but even you had some kind of reservation before. So that's what I mean.
Not with being who I am, but I guess with the you have to deal with ego, because we all grew up a certain way. So you do have to still, no matter how much we think we've gotten there, life still exposes you that you still have growth and work to do. You see what I'm saying? And so what I learned is that does still bother me. And I had an issue like that when I was young. I was a youth pastor, and there was a homosexual kid who was in my youth class. And I went to a ball game and I saw him, and he waved at me in front of everybody. And I felt a little nervous to wave at him back. And I got up and I walked over to him and I greeted him just like I always do in front of everybody. And I remember him telling me at church the next Sunday that he really appreciated that. It meant the world to him. And I thought I had broken through that. You know what I'm saying? But I guess someone calling me gay made me feel uncomfortable and it challenged me in a whole different way. It's like I was fighting for my manhood or something. You see what I'm saying? Even
you felt like it was taken away from your manhood. No. I understand what you're saying.
I don't think gay people are less men than any man. I think if you gay, you're gay. I don't think it has any effect on you being a man. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, but I still felt that way because I grew up like that. I grew up being, you grow up, you hear people to call you gay, you're supposed to be offended. So it's almost like somebody calling you an N-word who's not black, and they tell you don't be offended, but you've grown up being told you should be offended. You
right. You take it personally.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, last question for you, because I don't want to keep you too long. They said that you were once a pastor and now you're an atheist. I just read that in the chat. Is that true or no?
No, that is true. I was once a believer, and I left religion because I wanted to prove it factually with evidence. And when I learned that it was faith-based and all religions were, I just chose to walk away. So I'm not a person who says God isn't real. I say that I would like to see God reveal itself. Until then, I don't have the right to say that there is something that I can't prove. And I kind of just study all different walks of life now.
Mm-hmm. And is that why you got into poly, or that's separate from how you got into that?
It's completely separate. I mean, I guess maybe because I'm not really glued to any culture or anything. I'm just free to do whatever I design in my own mind or whatever. But I did poly just based on culture and what I thought would be the best to survive. And I actually developed my relationship during COVID as well. Seeing the world in drought, I wanted to have my own land with my whole family on it. And I already have one family, and I was in love with Lacey. So I was like, I want to see if, Jamie would be a part of it too, because we had a love as well. And we built that's kind of how our union came together in poly. We learned how to plant and all this stuff. So, yep.
That's dope. And a lot of people don't realize, like, it's supposed to be like a business. Not to say like your relationship is all business, but you're trying to build something and create something like longevity together, like as far as taking care of the land, the home, and it's a team.
Yeah, you're creating a legacy. Absolutely.
Yeah, not everything is just freaky deaky. That's what a lot of people think, but it's more than that.
Yeah, that's what people think. They think that's all we do. We don't have threesomes or anything like that. We don't do anything freaky like that. I have relationships with them both individually, and we get up and we do our work. We do counseling. We make money. We all do it. We all hunt. We all get in the garden, so to speak.
Because would you do reality TV?
We are working on a reality show right now. We're actually in the middle of filming it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Please, when it premieres, come back. I would love to interview you again. I appreciate your time, Kevin.
Sure. And before I get off, to all of you guys who are confused, what I'm saying is I've known Dwight for years. The man that I've known, I've never seen him do anything gay. Outside of the person that I know, I've seen online the clips you have from the NBA where it appears he grabbed a man's penis. I've seen where it looked like he touched a man's butt. And of course, I saw the case where the guy accused him of, being aggressive with him, and it come out that it was consensual. Yeah. If you look at the internet, he is gay. But the Dwight I know in person is straight as a board. And I have a tough time with that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to deny what is clearly there. I can't do that. Right. But it's almost like if you find out somebody's a serial killer or something, you may never seen that in that person. You might have a hard time, but you're not denying it, but you're saying, wow, how'd you?
Yeah, like, wait, where'd this come from?
Right, absolutely.
Get it. And you are not Miss Kitty either. You are not.
No, not at all, bro, no.
They trying to say you was Miss Kitty.
I should just be able to say this. I'm a straight heterosexual male. If I say that should exclude me from all rumors associated with anybody gay. But see, these are trolls, and they'll call. Listen, when the Kitty story came out, Cali was calling me Kitty. When Diddy came out, he started calling me K Diddy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he called you K Diddy tonight. Yeah,
right. So he uses every story that is attached to Dwight or anything that's famous that he can make me look bad with and attach me to. That's what he does. When Polite went to jail, for the 14-year-old girl. That's when he said I tickled a 14-year-old girl. So it's like he takes little stuff from little stories and pins it on me. He's just a madman.
Right. I forgot the brother polite. So that's why he put that on you. Okay, got you.
Absolutely.
Wow, that is crazy. Again, Kevin, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you and just being open and honest. So thank you for coming.
My pleasure, and thank you for allowing me an opportunity to speak too. Most people give me a hard time and beat me up, man. So just thank you for the opportunity to actually truly speak.
Yeah, no problem. I do that on the second interview, not the first.
Oh, I got you. It's a bit.
Have a good one. That was a good interview, huh? Y'all like that? Not justice for Kitty. Y'all crazy. I love y'all though. Y'all didn't beat him up too bad. I was all like, and I wasn't paying attention to the chat because I'm using my webcam, so I can't see the comments and stuff like that. So I don't know what y'all were saying, but I'm pretty sure y'all was going crazy. But anyway, I appreciate Kevin coming up because I feel like we watched a little bit of his video, but we really didn't get his perspective on everything like that. And of course, we all wanted to know, like, well, are you and Dwight Howard still cool? Like, what's going on with that? So it was a lot of stuff that we wanted to know about. So I'm happy that he was open and honest and he was able to answer a lot of the stuff, because when I heard the Lewis guy say earlier about an NDA, I was all like, oh, well, he probably can't talk or he probably can't say this or that. So again, I was happy that he was able to come up and just tell his story, tell his truth, you know, and tell what he knows and what he has seen and clarify anything. And again, if Royce or Cali are in the building, you know, they can come up and speak for themselves too. You know, they can speak for themselves. Everybody is allowed to speak their truth, speak their story. So, and hell, Dwight is Dwight up in the building? If Dwight is here, we would love to talk to Dwight. If Miss Kitty is here, we would love to talk to. Listen, we want to talk to all the characters here. Everybody involved in the story, we want to talk to them. So, you know, everybody is welcome, and I'll show them the same respect, you know. So I wanted to say thank you again to Kevin for that. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get the heck up out of here. I do want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Excuse me. Go to Royce Reed channel if you want to watch the rest of it. We have watched the second half of it in the beginning of the show, so just rewind this back. And I'll go ahead and chop and splice this for the people catching the replay, because I know y'all like, damn, I got to watch the whole video just to catch it. No, I'll splice that part up. So again, thank you to Kevin. Thank you to all the AT tubers out there for watching. I appreciate y'all. I didn't get any super chats or Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I guess after the first, everybody broke because they paid rent, but I still love y'all though. Anyway, y'all, shout out to my mods, Melanie, Denitria. Thank y'all for holding it down in the chat. I appreciate, love y'all. Tomorrow, y'all want to do a call-in show where y'all can kind of speak your mind? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to do a call-in show. Let me see. Put a 2. No, you done with it. I know we starting out 2025 with an exclusive one. Okay, yeah, tomorrow I'll do a call-in show where y'all can just sound off and light everybody up, because I know a lot of y'all like, I don't agree with Royce or I don't agree with Dwight, you know, so a lot of y'all got a lot of opinions. So yeah, we'll definitely do a call-in show. All right. What's up, Ween? How you doing? Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I appreciate y'all. It was good to do a show that has nothing to do with Jaguar Wright. Earlier, it got a little crazy because I was upset with some people. And yeah, so I'm happy that this was definitely a turnaround show. So I appreciate y'all, but we out of here now. Deuces, everybody. And thank you, Prue, for the information in my DM. I appreciate that.